And a very good afternoon, everyone, as we welcome you to Kahoks Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke, and we're glad that you're with us here on the Kahoks Sports Network as we present to you the Girls Southwestern Conference Championships in track and field. And we welcome you in to the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahoks Sports Network. Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, or you can call 343-3602 or online chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. I am Todd Duke, as I mentioned. Glad that you're with us, and we bring in also Jerome West, who is here with us on Friday for the Girls Invitational. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself, sir?
Hanging in there, hanging in there. A little bit of a disappointing meet for the Collinsville fans back on Friday as they finished in last place out of 9 teams. Do we think that they should show a little bit better here this afternoon?
Well, if those injuries, if we can keep those injuries tamed during today, we should be in good time. We're hearing a few of them are a little achy and pain, but it's a nice day out. Recovery should be pretty good for them. So we're coming up to that period of it's do or die.
High of right now, I think about 87, 88 degrees for us that are sitting up here doing nothing in the booth. It's nice and comfortable. Athletes, this is probably a little bit too warm for them, isn't it?
It can be. It can be. They need to stay hydrated definitely and keep bananas and potassium floating through them. So.
All right. Well, let's see what
but they're young.
Yeah, they
can bounce back quick.
A lot better than we can, huh?
Yes.
All right. So the field events are just about ready to get underway. We have field events. The girls' high jump. They'll have the junior varsity girls jumping, and then the varsity girls will take over. Then we'll have the girls' pole vault. That'll be right across the way here as we shift over to the pole vault. We had it on the high jump. Junior varsity first and varsity second. Then we'll have the girls' long jump, and that'll be back over. The high jump is over here with the big purple mattress. High jump, pole vault, long jump, and then the triple jump. That all takes place right here in the stadium, away from the stadium, over in the high school commons area, I guess you will. That's where all the kids gather during lunchtime and recess. That's where they will have the shot put as well as the discus. Then at 5 o'clock or 5:15, somewhere around there, we will have all of the track events. And, of course, we'll be up here in the booth giving you play-by-play for each and every one of those events. So, again, a big thank you for sponsoring the pregame show for the folks at Chiropractic Works. Do not have Coach Key in the box this time. He is busy doing other things, so no coach's interview to share with you, and I doubt we'll have one at the very end as well. So, again, a big thank you to both Cullip Jennings Florist and Chiropractic Works. They take turns sponsoring the pre- and the post-game shows here on the Kahoks Sports Network throughout the year. So what I am going to do is I am going to vacate the press box, and I'm going to walk over to the other side of the school, and I'm going to use my phone to videotape some of the shot put that takes place over there, and then I'll come back and download it onto the computer, which, yes, I did figure out how to do just yesterday, as a matter of fact. So we'll pass that along to you, too. I'll leave you up in the booth here with Mr. Jerome West, and he'll kind of go through the things that we have out here, which is the high jump, the pole vault, and then the long jump and the triple long jump. So we'll try to keep you up to date on going on. We have a list of all the participants in all of the events and in the order that they are going to be going in. So we'll try, even though we are far away from those events, we'll try to kind of keep you up to date on which girl is doing what at what time. And Mr. West will be very busy doing that while I'll head over to the other side of the school. So we'll take a break here for just a second. When we come back, Mr. West will have things up and running for you as far as the field events here inside of the stadium, and we'll do that in just a moment on the Kahoks Sports Network.
And we're back to the Collinsville Network. We are going to get ready to look at some of these field events as they're getting ready to get along. As we're over at the high jump here, let's take a look and see what's going to happen here for us. Looks like we have an Edwardsville Tiger up for the high jump here. Let's see what she can do here on this jump. Whoa, and she scratches. The Southwestern Conference is one of the most competitive conferences in the state of Illinois. It holds teams like East St. Louis and the Edwardsville Tigers, the O'Fallon Panthers, the Collinsville Kahoks, the Belleville East Lancers, Belleville West Maroons, and the Granite City Warriors. Very, very strong conference in all sports. Some of those that win first and second place on today very well might go on to be state champions for the season, because we do have some talented young people in the Southwestern Conference. A lot of times we like to call this meet the pre-state meet. We have a young lady from East St. Louis about to do her high jump. Let's see what she's capable of doing on today. And she's off. She doesn't clear the pole. We'll go back over here to the long jump pit and see what we got, what kind of action we got over here. Looks like we got a young lady from the Alton High up. I don't know if this is McNeil, but last week she jumped a 19.1. We're going to see if that's her going to jump right now. Looks like both Alton young ladies are behind each other. So this looks like McNeil, actually, that's coming up on her next jump, actually. This weather on today, we could see somebody pop a 20 maybe. And McNeil is about to take her jump, and let's see how she does here. And she's off. All right, nice jump too. Nice jump. Looks like she might have. Oh, they're going to measure. Looks like we're going to measure. Up next, we got another young lady from the Alton Red Boards. All right, we got a junior by the name of Kiera West. She is in her junior season with the Collinsville Kahoks, and she is about to take her jump. Let's see how she does. I have the privilege of talking about Kiera West because she is my daughter, and she is running with the Collinsville Kahoks. As she jumps right now, let's see how she does on her jump. We have a young lady from Granite City, or that was Edwardsville, looks like jumping. All right, we're going to take a few second break, and we'll be back with you at Collinsville K-Hawk Network.
And we welcome you back to Kahoks Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Todd Duke and Jerome West with you. Jerome has been kind of showing you the ins and outs of some of the field activities taking place here in the actual stadium, while I was in the other part of the school filming the shot put, the discus, and I got a couple of long jumps in there too, but you'll all never see it. You'll never see it because I forgot to bring my phone charger with me so I can plug it up to my computer and download everything. So I do apologize for that. And we are just about a little over 30 minutes away from getting the track events going. So hopefully here soon we will start getting some results coming up into the press box on the field events that are just about ready to wrap up here. I know the junior varsity was just about finished with their shot put when I left over there. So hopefully we'll start getting some results coming in here. In the meantime, we'll just pan around a little bit longer here over the next 35 minutes or so and show you a little bit of the long jump, the pole vault, and the high jump, and then we will get to the running events. So again, my apologies. Forgot to bring the charger with me. It's been one of those days. So we'll step aside for just a little while here, and we'll continue to let you watch right now the long jump that is going on across the way. Back in a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network. And once again, we welcome you back to Kahoks Stadium. Todd Duke and Jerome West with you. Jerome is out right now, hanging out with his daughter Kiera over in the long jump competition. Watching his daughter perform for a little while before he comes back up and helps us out with the track events. Field events are winding down, and the track events will begin here in about 15 minutes or so. I have the camera focused on the pole vault over there across the way, and right before I grabbed the headsets and went on, one of the girls, I think 4 Fallon, if I'm not mistaken, she got up there. I mean, that was the highest I've seen a girl get so far, just sitting here watching these things. So that was kind of cool. Jacob Sopiers, who is one of the assistant football coaches, he's also helping out with track. He's going to go down and find out where they have that thing set at and let us know how high some of these girls are getting. Looks like we have a young lady for Belleville East getting ready to line up over at the pole vault. Still waiting on results to come from the other side of the school, and shot put in discus. There is 2 girls listed for the pole vault over from Belleville East. Divine Williams, a senior from Belleville West, and Sandy Sledge, who has the high mark here, the senior from Belleville East at 10 feet 6 inches. Not sure which one's ready to go, but she's off and running, so she'll come into your picture in a moment. That was pretty high up there as well. Again, not sure which one of the East or Belleville East girls, or excuse me, that was the only Belleville East girl. Never mind, I looked at that wrong. 2 Belleville West girls. So that was Sandy Sledge. 10 feet 6 inches in her high mark for the year. Scanning around, looks like they are still in the middle of the long jump over there. Triple jump will be after that. That's the one place that has to double up on the duties. They only have the 1 pit for the long and the triple, so the triple jump will follow the long jump. And that, I think, will be going on while we are taking care of track events. Young lady from Alton getting ready to go. Well, that's what I thought. She's wearing red and white. But I don't have anybody listed for Alton in the pole vault category. And she's into your picture now. So I'm really not sure who that was. Excuse me. JV high jump. Yes, I know Darcy. Darcy plays volleyball. Yes. That's the high jump, you say? Where's that? Triple. Discus, pole vault. There's Bill Metzger over there. We'll go focus on the high jump here for a minute. And they're setting the bar up at 5 feet. High jump, here we go. Darcy Metzger, the only Collinsville girl that has entered into this competition. And that is her. Getting ready to walk over and start right now. Metzger's high so far in the year, 5 feet exactly, and that's what they just set the pole up to. So here is Collinsville's Darcy Metzger. She couldn't clear it. Almost.
Meet time, 5 o'clock. At this time, we will make first call for the 4x800 meter relay. First call, 4x800 meter relay.
4x800 meter relay is getting its first call to meet up and get ready to go. That'll be our first track event. Junior varsity will have 3 teams on there first, East St. Louis, O'Fallon, and Collinsville. And then all of the schools will be represented on the varsity side of the girls 4x800 meter relay.
That is first call, 4x800 meter relay, junior varsity division.
I believe that was Sierra Stahlschmidt from Alton who just jumped. Now it looks like we have a Belleville East young lady. The only one I have on the list is Layla Graham, a junior, who was also hit at 5 feet. That's where the bar is set at right now, and here comes our Belleville East participant. Oh, just hit it with the legs on the way down. Cleared the backside. Belleville West has a girl that's participating right now, but they have a number of girls participating in this event, so your guess is as good as mine as to which one. Pole vault looks like it might be finished up. Pole vault only had 2 participants on the junior varsity side and 8 on the varsity side. Of course, they go 3 times each and take the highest mark. We still need to thank some of our sponsors. How about Mike and Nancy Cluck? They are proud graduates here of Collinsville High School, and now they are proud owners of their very own Allstate agency. It is called the Cluck Family Allstate Agency. It's in Glen Carbon, right across the street from the IHOP there as you enter Glen Carbon. Give them a call for a free quote, 205-6060. You can also check out their Allstate Agency website or their Facebook page to connect with them today. Coming in from the opposite side now, and the young lady from Alton clipped the bar with her ankles on the way down. Cleared everything except for the ankles. We have more sports action for you tomorrow. We're going to be at Altoff tomorrow. Get our first look at their new football/soccer field as we will be there for girls soccer. 6:30 scheduled time, 6:15 scheduled pregame, and then we have Friday off, the only day off that we have this week, as we'll be right back here Saturday morning bright and early. 10 a.m. is when the boys Collinsville Invitational gets underway with 32 teams in this year's version. So we will be here all day Saturday to bring you folks live track and field coverage on the boys' side. Looking forward to seeing Collinsville sophomore sensation Jamarian Stewart run, as he has been doing pretty well this year. Looks like we have a young lady from Edwardsville getting ready for the high jump here. Edwardsville has 3 girls in this competition. And here she comes. And she clears it. Got the legs over, and let me tell you what, getting those ankles over at the very last moment is key. If you can get your back and your backside and the thighs and the knees over, and then you clip it with your ankles. As the young lady from Alton is going once again, and she clears it. Now Darcy Metzger ready to go once again here for Collinsville.
Good wind at their back today to jump for that and long.
Yeah, they do have the wind at their back, wind blowing from the south part of the end zone, south part of the stadium to the north. Was stronger earlier when I got here. It's calmed down a little bit since then, but still a nice breeze. Darcy Metzger ready to go once again here for Collinsville in the high jump. Last time she clipped it with the backs of her legs, and here she goes again. Nope. Didn't get that long of a run that time either. It is looking like the pole vault is finished. They are finishing up the high jump, and I believe that the long jump is now finished. Now they will get ready for the triple jump over there as Jerome West is making his way back up to the booth here in a moment. And we will await results from all of the field activities here in just a little while. Another young lady for, looks like Granite City, wearing the black and the red. Alton is wearing red and white.
Got to get pace. Her last 3 steps are so slow. It's pace to the pin. That's what's hard. You know what I'm saying? You got to tell her to keep her pace. Her last 2, her hips sink and she slowed down. All right. Well, hello there, coach.
And I believe Darcy Metzger will have one more go at it here before the high jump gets going. Participant from Belleville East. And again, Lila Graham is the only one on the list here for Belleville East as she clips that bar with her ankles. About 7 minutes away from getting ready for the track events. As an athlete from Belleville West gets ready for the high jump. And she didn't like the way she was approaching. I would imagine that the discus and the shot puts are over with by now as well. And again, as soon as we start getting results coming in, we will pass them along to you. Here comes the second try for the young lady from Belleville West, and she ran into that pole with her back before she even really got off the ground. Now another participant from Belleville West. Clears it. And now East St. Louis. I have a couple of girls for East St. Louis listed on this list as well. No, never mind. Alton. I thought the one down on the way was getting ready to run or jump, but young lady from Alton went first. And now I believe East St. Louis will go, and then it'll be Darcy Metzger for Collinsville once again. Long jump is finished. They're getting ready for the triple jump. Pole vault is finished, and I believe that the high jump is getting ready to wrap up.
At this time, we'd like to make a first call for all triple jump participants. First call, triple jump.
East St. Louis runner jumper going now, and just clip that bar again with the back ankles. Number of girls have done that. Darcy Metzger stands in wait. I believe this is her third and final jump. She has not cleared the bar on any of her first 2.
Second call, junior varsity 4x800 meter relay. First call, varsity 4x800 meter relay.
Just about ready to get the running events going here in about 5 minutes. Here is Darcy Metzger for Collinsville on the high jump. Let's hope she clears this one. Nope. Got those back of the knees caught. Yeah. Jerome West is back in the booth with us. How's things over there at the long jump?
It's looking good. Those girls actually, we got 3 girls that actually cleared. One did 19, I believe. Another 2 girls did like 18. So last week with McNeil's jump a 19-1 from Alton, actually she jumped less than that this week. I can't remember exactly what her jump was, but the girl from Belleville West pulled off a 19-1 today. I think she broke her school record also unofficially.
LaQuisha Stepney
Yes.
Yeah, because
she's had an outstanding season so
yeah,
far.
because her high mark coming in was 18.6, and Layla McNeil from Alton was just above that with 18.9.
Yeah.
That was the one that she did here on Friday, right?
She actually did a 19-1. I don't know what happened there, but she did a 19-1 on last week, and she broke that meet record. But then also today, as she's went forth, she's ended up jumping. Looks like the girl from Belleville West clipped her a little bit today, so she looks like the Belleville West girl might be the unofficial winner of the long jump today.
Still have some participation going on here in the high jump. High jump, by the way, in Illinois. Melinda Morris of Buffalo Tri-City set the record for 5 feet 11 inches all the way back in 1980. That's the thing. I was looking at some of these records. A lot of these records have been broken since the turn of the century in the year 2000, but there's some of them, like this one from 1980, that stand the test of time for a while until somebody comes up and beats them.
Yeah. Well, today's the day to do it.
Yeah. And then I'll take them. Lindsay Murray of Harrisburg, Illinois, has the mark in Illinois for the pole vault at 13 feet 4 inches, set back in just 2014. The long jump, there is Layla McNeil from Alton, and they do have her 19.15 as the very best distance in the whole St. Louis metropolitan area this year.
Yeah.
And right behind her is LaQuisha Stepney from Belleville West at 18.6.
Well, I think they're going to be tied before the end of the day, it looks like, unofficially. We'll see in a few minutes here. That updates pretty quick. I noticed that St. Louis area website, it updates pretty quick.
Usually the next day. The Illinois record is held by Alexandria Anderson of Chicago Morgan Park with how about 20 feet 9 inches? How about that? That was set back in 2005, so that's a 13-year-old record. The national record, Kathy McMillan of Rareford, Hoke County, North Carolina, back in 1976 of 22 feet 1.75 inches. Must have had a tailwind that day.
One of the things I noticed about some of those national records, and it's so interesting to look at, that some of these are Olympic superstars now.
Oh, yeah.
That are actually breaking these records or holding these records in the national level. So it's pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, you go look on this website, and some of the, like the girls' track, the 100 meters. Are we getting underway here? Oh, he's just testing his gun? Okay.
No, actually, we got the girls 4x8 junior varsity team, I think.
Okay, so they are running.
4x8, yes, that's JV.
All right, we'll get to the running events here in just a second. So, for instance, you bring up the 100 meters. And the 100-meter Illinois record is held by Alexandria Anderson of Chicago Morgan Park. I think I just mentioned her name. 2004 of a time of 11.41 seconds. The national holder of that, Olympian Marion Jones.
See what I'm saying?
Thousand Oaks, California from 1992 at 11.14 seconds. So
that is crazy.
Yeah, the highest one on the list as far as the schools that are participating here today go. A tie for ninth with Gianna Epps of Alton at 12.31 seconds, and she did that just a few days ago here at the Collinsville Invitational. All right, so we await the results as they start to come in. This is the girls 4x800 meter relay. This is the junior varsity side, and the only participants, we have 3 schools, East St. Louis, O'Fallon, and Collinsville. Let me get my
second call, 4x800 meter relay.
Camera loosened up here so I can move it around. Come out just a little bit there. Are your 3 participants? Yeah, mixed in the crowd, and coming around the corner, I believe East St. Louis is first. And then O'Fallon, and then Collinsville.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good out here. They know this is the JV teams, but this is our future. This is the next few years varsity team coming up. So it's good to see the JV teams participate in this conference meet.
They need the experience.
They definitely need the experience.
Because you don't stay a JVer forever.
Oh, no.
Here in the first leg. That's the Flyers out in first.
Flyers out in first, as you heard Mr. Sopiers tell everybody on the public address system here, as they round turn number 3. So they are coming up about halfway through.
Looks like Collinsville's making a move.
Yeah, they are here coming up trying to get that second place spot. There's the handoff for East St. Louis. And now the handoff for Collinsville and O'Fallon. And right off the bat, the O'Fallon young lady kind of gets a couple of steps on Collinsville's participant. Meanwhile, all the way out in front, turning around turn number 2 over there is East St. Louis. So they are well out in front here in this first race.
Things can change real quick, though, Coach, as we seen last week with the Edwardsville Tigers coming back in that 4x4 meter relay and taking it from Belleville West.
Next, we will have the varsity version of this race, the girls 4x800. Everyone participating in that one.
Again, like I had said earlier, the Southwestern Conference is one of the most competitive conferences in the state of Illinois.
Just looking down at my list here, O'Fallon is not on that. So O'Fallon is not participating in the 4x100 meter relay on the varsity side as East St. Louis heads for their final lap. Followed by the young lady from O'Fallon. And then followed by the young lady from Collinsville.
This is still anybody's race. The girls are a good distance apart from each other.
300 meters left here in the second leg. It's the Flyers still out at first. At this time, we will make first call for the 4x100 meter relay.
Young lady from East St. Louis has herself a very sizable lead here. Matter of fact, all the runners are separated by about the same amount of distance from first to second and then from second to third.
And down the home stretch, that's still the Flyers. Tatiana Bills.
I don't have names. No, not the final lap. Final handoff here.
I think this is the third leg of the races here we're running with now.
Yeah, this will be the last handoff, and these girls will take 2 trips around, and that will be the end of the first race. I was 1 lap ahead of myself there. The young lady from Collinsville, she's like flying. She's trying to catch up.
She's trying to give her team some hope here.
Meanwhile, East St. Louis well out in front. Long strides on that young lady.
We have some of our first results in from the junior varsity division of the girls shot put.
She looks good. Collinsville looks really strong on this race here. It looks like she's running with a mission in her.
Yeah.
In second place, Maddie Grimes.
Got those legs moving. I don't know if it's going to be enough to catch up at this point. Here's the East St. Louis lady rounding the final turn, but she still has 1 more lap to go. They're announcing some of the field event finals here, so as soon as they get through that and they'll hand them to us, we will announce them to you.
It looks like the girl from East St. Louis is tiring up a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like it because O'Fallon's closing in here.
Yeah.
As we work our way down the backstretch, that's the Panthers.
Yeah.
Closing the gap on the Flyers.
The young lady from Collinsville's making up
Collinsville's not playing either.
Yeah.
She's moving too. This might end up changing all the way around here.
Well, they got this 1 last lap to go, so now it's
O'Fallon
time.
just
O'Fallon, just passed up East St. Louis.
And that is the Panthers overtaking the Flyers here with just over 300 meters left.
We got the anchors coming up here with the final 800 meters in a few minutes.
I'm still a couple of meters off. I thought this was the last one. 4 times. That's why they call it the 4x, right?
Yes.
Yes. I'll get a hang of it here in a minute. This isn't baseball. Coming around turn number 4, O'Fallon still in the lead, and they still have one more handoff to go. And then 2 more laps.
Jessica Davis from the O'Fallon Panthers.
So Jessica Davis has taken over first place for her team, O'Fallon, as she hands off. East St. Louis young lady coming in to hand off next.
The Panthers out front.
And then Collinsville.
Very impressive leg there by Collinsville. Very impressive. She ran her heart out.
Closed up a little bit of that gap.
We have results in from the girls long jump junior varsity division.
There's the O'Fallon young lady in the lead heading around turn 3.
Third place, Taylor Suggs from Belleville West. And second, Zoe Binford from O'Fallon. And the 2018 junior varsity girls long jump champion from Belleville West is Asia Nixon with a jump of 15 feet, 1.5 inches. That's still the Panthers out front. The anchor leg, Kylie McElroy.
One more lap to go.
No.
Looks like O'Fallon is going to come away with this one right now. She has a big lead as she heads already around turn number 2. Well, the East St. Louis participants just heading out of turn number 1, and the Collinsville participant just now getting to turn number 1.
Yeah, she's a little bit behind there, but she's working with what she had.
And here comes O'Fallon around the final turn.
That's Kylie McElroy from O'Fallon.
Kylie McElroy running up the anchor leg here for the Panthers, and the Panthers will win the junior varsity side of the girls 4x800 meter relay. We'll keep it focused here on the finish line. And O'Fallon takes that one. Let's thank Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center. They handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, the not so basic stuff as well, like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks here from the high school. Call 345-0611 or online, mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Well, let's see if we can get some of these finals up here. I do have results for the girls long jump junior varsity. Coming in first place, Asia Nixon from Belleville West, a freshman with a mark of 15 feet 1.5 inches, followed by Zoe Binford for a sophomore from O'Fallon at 14 feet 7.25 inches. And then Taylor Suggs finishes in third, a sophomore from Belleville West at 14 feet 3 inches exactly. Kiara West on the junior varsity side, no mark, as is one of the young ladies from Alton and Belleville East.
Collinsville Girls Invitational.
So there's your results from the girls long jump. We also have results from the girls shot put, the junior varsity side of things anyway. Coming in first place there was another freshman, Jacqueline Bounds from East St. Louis with a mark of 33 feet 10 inches. Maddie Grimes, another freshman from Edwardsville, at 31 feet 7.5 inches. And then Nyla Wise Muhammad, another freshman from O'Fallon, at 30 feet 5.5 inches. And looking around, Collinsville finished 10th and 11th. Brianna Murillo finishes with a 25 foot 5.5 inches. And Jada LaFleur for Collinsville, a freshman with 25 feet 1 inch. We are underway in the varsity side of the girls 4x800 meters. Catch up with them over here on the backstretch. Right now, looks like East St. Louis is in the lead, but we have a long way to go, folks.
And after the first 200-meter,
4 handoffs.
Flyers out on here first.
This is the first group of young ladies. The O'Fallon is the only school not participating in this event of all the Southwestern Conference schools. Never mind, I got a girl from O'Fallon out there, don't I? I do have O'Fallon. Who am I missing? I'm missing somebody in this race. Collinsville? Why did I not know that? Collinsville not participating in this race. 1 lap completed. 1 more to go for this set of athletes. Belleville East bringing up second. Edwardsville bringing up third, followed by O'Fallon, Alton, Belleville West, and Granite City. After this, we will have the 4x100 meter relay.
And with 200 meters, it's still the Flyers from East St. Louis.
Right now, it is still the Flyers from East St. Louis, but the Edwardsville young lady is closing in as they end the second lap of 8 laps, but this is the last lap for this set of athletes, as the young lady from Edwardsville is closing up the gap on the young lady from East St. Louis. Ready for the first handoff.
The East St. Louis Flyers is one team we haven't seen this much as the Collinsville. Usually we run against them about 2 or 3 times a season. This season is probably about, I could say, our second time we've seen them. So a lot of these teams, actually, O'Fallon has ran against us quite a bit. Alton has ran against us, Belleville West. But this is the first time probably all season I think we've actually had a meet with East St. Louis here.
Yeah.
At this conference meet. So we're getting to see what we're made of today.
Oh, yeah. East St. Louis does not mess around when it comes to track and field.
And through the first
Football and basketball.
You got it.
making their way up the pack.
Now Belleville East is taking the lead over East St. Louis. Here is the second set of athletes, comes around turn number 2 for the first time.
It's been a battle this season, I think, with Belleville East and Edwardsville in this race, it seems like. But it's good to see East take this right now from East St. Louis to let them know that they're not the only team out here participating today.
And we already know that Edwardsville has very good long-distance runners.
Very good.
So do not be surprised if they sneak up. As a matter of fact, Edwardsville is getting ready to take over second place from East St. Louis right now as they come around turn number 1. Final lap for this set of athletes. Is Belleville East. Coach is over there giving some encouragement to his runner. Well, the Edwardsville young lady who took over second place from East St. Louis has closed some ground a little bit on Belleville East.
With 150 left here, that's
Lancers coming around in first place. Ready for the next handoff. Edwardsville coming in next, followed by the Flyers of East St. Louis and the O'Fallon Panthers. And then we'll have
Lancers of Belleville East,
Alton,
the Edwardsville Tigers, the East St. Louis Flyers,
Granite City,
O'Fallon.
and Belleville West bringing up the backside. We zoom back over here, and our Belleville East runner has put a little bit of distance between herself and the Edwardsville runner, who's coming into your picture right now. East St. Louis trying to catch up and retake that second spot, which they had earlier. But right now, Belleville East is in the lead. One more lap for this group.
Trying to see if I can find us some Southwestern Conference meet records.
I don't know if they would have those on the stltoday.com website or not.
No, I'm going to look at Collinsville and see if they still have it posted on their website. In the beginning of the season, they had a lot of different.
At this time, we will make first call for all participants in the 3,200 meter run. First call, 3,200 meter run. Final call, 4x100 meter relays.
Belleville East still coming around and still holding on to first place. Edwardsville girl coming to your picture now, rounding that third turn.
Into the anchor lane. It's still the Belleville East Lancers out front.
The Lancers still in front. As the handoff is completed, Edwardsville still in second. O'Fallon has retaken third now, and the Flyers have fallen back into fourth. The Alton runner just got lapped over here by the Belleville East runner.
Have results from the varsity division of our long jump.
About ready to try to lap Belleville West as well.
Ravens Eastern. In 7th place, from Collinsville, Kiero West. In 6th place, Kennedy Jefferson of Belleville East. In 5th place,
Belleville East is going to cross the line just as the young lady from Altoff awaits for her runner to come up and hand off the baton to her. So East St. Louis struggling. Belleville East looking like they are going to pick up a victory here in this 4x100 relay as we are into the final leg here. Down the backstretch for the final time comes the Lancers.
Well, as you just heard there, 19.4 inches took the long jump record.
Wow.
Took the long jump on today after we seen 19.1 last week from the young leader.
Oh, yeah. No, she's about ready to lap the girl from Edwardsville. All right, here comes the runner from Belleville East. Down the last stretch. And looks like Belleville East is going to come out with a victory here in the girls Or maybe that was Edwardsville, sorry. How did that happen? When did I miss that? Wow.
They've been battling it out all season.
Yeah, Edwardsville pulls out another long-distance run. Belleville East finishes in second. Those are the only two girls that are across the finish line right now. The young lady from Alton still has another lap to go. And O'Fallon finishes in third. Let's thank some more of our sponsors. How about Brad Keene at Visionary Wealth Advisors in O'Fallon? Brad is a 1988 graduate of Collinsville High School. He is now a wealth management advisor with Visionary with 22 years of experience. You can call him today for financial advice and planning and work on your retirement plan and your estate planning as well. Visionary Wealth Advisors. They have offices in Edwardsville, St. Louis, and O'Fallon. Call Brad Keene today at 726-3008 or online, visionarywealthadvisors.com. Well, Belleville East finishes in second. Edwardsville comes up and takes the bite out. Here are your long jump varsity finals. Finishing in first place is LaQuisha Stepney, a junior from Belleville West. 19 feet 4.25 inches. That's a pretty big improvement over the 19.1 that Layla McNeil registered on Friday at the Kahawk Invitational. McNeil ends up coming in second with 18 feet 6.75 inches, and Brittany Walker from Belleville West takes third at 18 feet and 1 inch. And Kiara West for Collinsville ends up finishing in seventh with 16 feet 4.75 inches.
Yeah, today actually to see these girls jumping these jumps, 19s and 18s, is just unbelievable. What was the national record in that?
In the long jump?
Junior varsity division of the 4x100 meter relay. You'll see the Alton Redbirds.
Long jump national record was 22 feet 1.75 inches. Kathy McMillan from Hoke County, North Carolina did that.
God.
The Illinois mark wasn't that far off. Well, 20 feet 9 inches exactly. So
And who holds that?
that's Alexandria Anderson from Chicago Morgan Park back in 2005. All right. Now we are ready for the 4x100 meter relay in the junior varsity division. And this will be Alton, Belleville West, East St. Louis, Belleville East, O'Fallon, and Edwardsville. Looks like we are just about ready to go. And they are off.
Oh, we
start.
got a false start.
Yeah.
Gosh. What team was that? Alton.
So what does that mean? They get booted?
They get booted from the relay. The Alton Redbirds junior varsity team has been taken off the lane.
Will now be empty.
Oh, my goodness. I know they are upset. That is a heartbreaker.
Yeah, because they had the best time just about, well, let me see, 52 seconds. And the best time was East St. Louis at 49.8.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking. You put in all that work and you get here and then you have a false start and you can't even run in your race. So we'll try it again with one less team. We're off with a clean one.
Looks like Belleville East is making a move. They're going to be first to hand off the baton. Belleville East. Then we got Ed, O'Fallon, East St. Louis are pushing.
That's the Belleville East Lancers. Both East St. Louis and Belleville West coming up from the inside.
Belleville East hands off the baton again. They're in lead, but the girl from East St. Louis is coming around
Man,
the corner
you ain't
pretty
kidding.
swift.
She is very.
She's going to pick it back up for her team.
Final handoff
So it looks
coming
like
up.
Belleville East, East St. Louis, and Belleville West are at the final handoff, and it's off to the races, and we got oh, the girl from Belleville East looks like she's going to pull it all the way off with Belleville West pushing through. East St. Louis might get.
Belleville East, Belleville West, and East St. Louis.
Nice race.
That was kind of exciting there, wasn't it?
That was very exciting.
Yeah. Especially when they came down that final stretch, man.
That
They were
was
all grouped
good.
up. Of course, they do not have the time clock out there where we can see it.
Yeah, last week they had that for us. I wish they'd have it out there right
I think
now.
they have it on the opposite side of the track this time.
Man.
In lane 1, Edwardsville Tigers. In lane 2, it will be St. Louis. In lane 3 will be O'Fallon. In lane 4, that's the Redbirds from Alton. They come in today with a top 5 4x100 relay time in the state of Illinois. In lane 5, that's the Maroons from Belleville West. In lane 6, Belleville East. In lane 7, the Kahoks from Collinsville. And in lane 8, the Warriors from Granite City.
Oh, the 100 relay.
Did you say
Hurdles.
Right now they are
400.
48:30 puts them actually in third per athletic.net.
State? Wow.
48:30 is what they have
It's pretty good.
submitted today.
National record for the 400 relay set by Long Beach Poly, California in 2004 at 44.5 seconds. In Illinois, Frankfurt Lincoln Way East has the record for the state at 46.04 seconds. That was set 4 years ago in 2014. All right, Edwardsville in lane 1. East St. Louis in lane 2. O'Fallon's in lane 3. Alton is in lane 4. Belleville West is in lane 5. Belleville East is in lane 6. Collinsville in lane 7. And Granite City is in lane 8.
Looks like we're waiting for a flag.
Nice catch, Coach Key.
Looks like I'm seeing a white flag up in the second exchange zone.
And we are off.
Every exchange point has a white flag up, ready to go. Girls are almost ready. And we're off.
We're off here in the varsity division of the 4x100 meter relay. We're in a tight one through the first exchange.
Collinsville is hanging up there at the front of the pack right now.
Good job, Kiki. Good job, Kiki.
Collinsville making a run for it. The Alton girl just sprung out of there, didn't she? Woo! Here they come down the final stretch here.
Into the final hand.
Belleville West. Belleville West comes across in first. Collinsville finishes in 5th. Boy, they were holding tight were the Kahoks there around those first couple of turns, but
That's probably the best we've seen them run all season long so far. Very impressive run by them.
that was the 4x100 meter relay on the varsity side.
I got a feeling all those are going to be under 50 today.
And we don't have the clock out here like we did Friday,
Yeah,
so.
those were some good looks. My goodness.
All right, next up is the girls 3,200 meters. First off, the junior varsity. Collinsville's participant is Emily Van Fossen. She'll be running in lane 7.
Great job. Great. On the you talking about on the,
I think they combined JV and varsity sections.
in the 3200?
I think.
Yeah.
Let me ask them. Yeah, we combined the sections here, right? We combined the JV and varsity section for the 3200. Yeah, so this is, Todd, this is, I don't know, it might be a little tough because I don't know how they did it because there's less runners out there than what we have here. But this is, they put the JV and varsity in one section.
Okay.
Nice handoff. Nice handoff. Just got rolled right there.
All right, I've been told that they have put the JV and the varsity runners for this 3,200-meter race in the same section. So that means I have 3 O'Fallon girls out there instead of just 2. And it looks like Collinsville's runner is going to be in lane 1 now, and the only runner we have listed on either the varsity, excuse me, or the junior varsity is Emily Van Fossen of Collinsville. And her best time so far in this race this year is 14 minutes, 23 seconds, 23.4 seconds to be exact. Yeah, I'm confused as well.
No, here's a couple more.
Okay.
So that gives you 9, that gives you 12 and 14. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Sorry to confuse you.
That's okay, man. I'm confused on my own well enough as it is. All right, the national record for the 3,200 meters is held by Kimberly Mortensen of Thousand Oaks, California. A lot of athletes from Thousand Oaks. 1996 was the year. 9 minutes and 48 seconds on the 3,200 meters. In Illinois, it is Kayla Beatty of Woodstock, Illinois. Set the record back in 2011 of 9 minutes, 56.96 seconds. And look at all the Edwardsville girls in this one right here.
Yeah, this
Abby
is their race.
Stroblagen, Abby Korak, and Hannah Stewart right now are 3, 4, and 5 as far as the top marks go in the St. Louis metro area, just behind a girl from Waterloo and one from Washington, Missouri. So Edwardsville is all over the long distance races.
That is their mark. They've always been good in those distance races.
So it looks like we're going to have a lot of girls piled up out here on the track at once.
At some point, I know this is the conference meet, but we might want to get there's 3 seniors for the Collinsville Kahoks. Try to get them up here to say something in the mic before they get up there.
That gives you 13, Todd.
13 runners in one race. What's up with that? Yeah. Well, I had 14 entered on both sides. I guess this is all in an effort to speed things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Not really working out, is it? Yeah, I understand.
2 15-minute sections.
Right. Yeah, because these races take upwards of 12, 13, 14, 15 minutes. So.
2, 4, 6, 8, 13. A little hard to tell who's who.
Well, I can tell who the Collinsville participant is because it's the only one out there. Emily Van Fossen will be the only one wearing purple and white. And the man working the starting gates there, trying to get all the girls settled. And we'll be underway in the 3,200. This is the longest race of the day.
Oh, yes.
Now we're just about ready to go. And they are off.
At this time, we will make first call for the 100-meter dash.
So this is 4 times around, correct? 4, 4, 8, no. 16, 32, 8 times around. Beautiful day. Once again, a little bit on the warm side for this time of year, but compared to what we just went through in April, we'll take it. I like it. I'm a hot weather fan myself.
I hear you on that.
Cannot stand being cold. I cannot stand it. I think I lived in Florida twice and moved back up here twice. Oh, and right off the beginning, the 3 young ladies I mentioned wearing black and orange are the 3 young ladies that are in the lead.
That's all Tigers out front.
All Tigers out front.
I bet you it's how they practice. They challenge each other in practice
I'm sure.
each and every day. And that's probably how they look at this race as a practice. It's a good thing to have a lot of depth on your team where you challenge each other daily.
Well, not good news from the softball fields as Collinsville is losing 6-0 after 5 innings against Alton Marquette.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. Had a great baseball game yesterday. It's a real shame that I missed most of it while I was being sick. That's okay. That one. That one's just you. This one's both of us. All right. They are getting ready to set up hurdles. After the 3,200-meter run, we have the 100-meter dash and then the 100-meter hurdles.
Actually, it looks like they might be doing the hurdles before the 100.
Okay. They're just messing up the whole program here, aren't they?
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to get those hurdles out the way here.
3 young ladies coming down the front stretch here, all belong to Edwardsville. In front, Abby Schroebelgen. Behind her is Hannah Stewart. And then that young lady right there is Caitlin Singh. 1, 2, 3, Edwardsville. O'Fallon's in 4th. East St. Louis is in 5th. Another O'Fallon runner coming up in 6th. And 7th as well. And then the rest of the field coming up. It would make more sense to do the hurdles first and take the hurdles off. Well, these girls are finishing up, or really, not even a quarter away through this race. We'll see if we can check out some more finals for you. We have results from the pole vault.
We will make our second call for the 100-meter hurdles. Second call.
Sandy Sledge from Belleville East took the top spot in the girls' pole vault with a high mark of 10 feet 3 inches.
100-meter dash.
Mia Dorsey finished in 2nd. She's a junior from East St. Louis at 8 feet 9 inches. And then Lauren Weiner, a sophomore from Alton, at 8 feet 9 inches. No participants in that pole vault from Collinsville. That would be a particular set of skills that one would have to actually want to do to get into pole vaulting. Not my thing. Let's see, any other finals here? We already gave you the long jump, girls shot put. We gave you the junior varsity. Don't have a result on the varsity yet. The running races, of course, we followed live, so we will hold off on giving those results until we get finished here at the very end. As we catch back up here with
the varsity division.
the girls from Edwardsville, still in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. A little bit more distance between 1st and 2nd, and especially 3rd, as Singh is right there,
Seventh place.
bringing up the rear.
Flowers from Edwardsville.
as
Sixth place.
the young lady in first place from Edwardsville is going to lap the young lady from East St. Louis.
From O'Fallon. In fourth place, Paige Nowak from O'Fallon.
And there is Abby Schroebelin in the number 2 spot.
We have Lauren Wiener from Alton.
Right there.
And Amaya
Hannah Stewart.
Dorsey from East St. Louis.
And there is Singh in third place
Southwestern Conference pole vault champion.
for Edwardsville, as she is about ready to lap the young lady from
The vault of 10 feet.
East St. Louis
3
as well.
inches.
So that's where we stand right now. I believe that this is just the fourth lap coming up. Fourth.
You know, you really got to have some true heart and dedication to track and field when it comes to this race here. This is a true endurance, mentally and physically,
Yeah.
because that is a lot of laps that you're taking around the track.
Yes, it is, and I envy all of them.
100 meter relay.
I always get my
The Redbirds
my third and fourth graders at the elementary school I work at. They want me to run on the playground. I said,
in fifth
is there a bear chasing me? No, Mr. Todd, there's not a bear chasing you. Then I'm not running.
I hear you. I hear you.
Flyers from East St. Louis. At third place, the O'Fallon Panthers. In second place, Belleville East. And your 2018 Southwestern Conference 4x800 meter champion are the Tigers from Edwardsville with a time of
There is your leader
9:68.
once again. That is Abby Schroebelin. Hope I'm getting that right. Schroebelin. As the young lady from Collinsville crosses the finish line. Triple jump is still going on across the way. I believe that is the only field event that has not completed, because they have to wait for the long jump in the same pit. Yeah, I can barely see the clock down there past that red tent. So it's on the opposite side of the field than it was on Friday. Let's thank some more of our sponsors while we have an opportunity to. How about the Junior Service Club of Collinsville? Since 1934, the Junior Service Club has been providing women in the Collinsville area an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go help the needy in Collinsville. They have a new website, does the Junior Service Club. They'd like you to check that out, CollinsvilleJSC.com. That's CollinsvilleJSC.com for more information on anything the Junior Service Club has coming up. You can check out that website, or you can check out the Collinsville Junior Service Club's Facebook page. Let's also thank Pack Mail. They are locally owned and operated. Mr. Ryan Combs takes that responsibility. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, P.O. boxes as well, and they also offer climate-controlled self-storage. You can visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com, or you can call 346-4884. We're going to step aside here for just a minute. We'll keep the cameras rolling, of course, but every once in a while you got to give the ears a break from these headphones that we have strapped on our heads. So we'll do that while we have the longest race of the day running, and we'll be back in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network. And Abby Stroblogen crosses the finish line first and will win the 3,200-meter run for Edwardsville. Coming in right behind her is her teammate Hannah Stewart. So Edwardsville will finish 1-2 in this race, and I do believe that Caitlin Singh right here will finish in third place. That's a lot of points for one team.
She's scoring JV.
Oh, so she's not.
They combined the 2 races. You can only put 2 runners in. So Caitlin Singh will get 10 points JV.
Yeah.
That's huge. It's
18 points.
18 points for the first 2 finishers there for Edwardsville in this 3,200-meter run. So that's a lot of points to rack up for one school, and that'll help push them into probably the lead here in this Southwestern Conference Finals. Yeah. And next up, we will do the girls 100-meter hurdles as they get ready to finish up the 3,200 here with the rest of the runners. Collinsville's runner. Coming down the stretch now.
Man, this is turning out to be a really nice day.
It is. This is the starting point of the girls 100-meter hurdles. And we will have 3 heats in this one. First one will be the junior varsity. Bria King will be running in that for Collinsville. Then we will have 2 heats on the varsity side. Collinsville does not have a participant on the varsity side of the girls 100-meter hurdles.
Bria King's doing JV?
She's on the JV side.
All right.
And she's a junior. Girls 100-meter hurdles. National record held in that by Varsity Thomas of San Jose, Mount Pleasant, California, with a time of 13.03 seconds. The Illinois record holder, I think you'll recognize that name, one Mr. Don Harper of East St. Louis.
East St. Louis. 2001
at 13 seconds, 13.54 seconds.
Another Olympic great there.
Yep. LaQuisha Stepney, we've already mentioned her name a couple of times for Belleville West. Right now she's got the top overall spot in the St. Louis metropolitan area with a time of 14.13 seconds. Roquel Stanley is in the 5th spot in that category at 14.79 seconds. And then you have Kelvie Searcy from Belleville West in the number 6 spot at 15.12. That, of course, is on the varsity side. We will begin here with the junior varsity side of things. As Collinsville's Emily Van Fossen just now crosses the finish line in the 3,200. I can't believe those girls are still standing. I'd be on the ground. Be laying on my back. Somebody pour some water in my mouth, please.
Right.
And the last participant in the 3,200 for Belleville East is just approaching the finish line. So, well, actually, we have the young lady from East St. Louis who is last. She was walking for a little while.
Yeah, this must be just conditioning for some of them. Just keeping them.
Make sure I'm not too close in on the camera here so we can get all these lanes into view. All the way through. All right, that should do it. All right, Girls 100-meter hurdles, lane 1, Amber Harris, a junior from Edwardsville. Bria King will be in lane 3, a junior from Collinsville. Tatiana Bills, a freshman from East St. Louis, will be in lane 4. Maria Wright, a junior from Belleville East, in lane 5. And Alex Param, a junior from O'Fallon, in lane 6. Little warm-up runs.
And we will move to the hurdles.
Let's thank Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville. Rich, he has everything there from hi-fi to hi-fi.
From Edwardsville.
If you got vinyl,
In lane 3.
Rich's is a great place for you to collect and add to your collection, or if you want to start an album collection from brand new, they got you covered there too. New and used records, remastered originals,
In lane 5.
and everything from classic rock, country, and jazz. Plus, they have turntables for sale, and they offer a turntable service. Be sure to check out the Audio Emporium at Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, online, richesrecordemporium.com.
Do they have home theater equipment in that place?
No, I don't think so. This is just audio. It is an awesome place. I shop there quite often.
All right, we're going to have to check that out.
We are just about ready to go. For this 100-meter hurdle on the junior varsity side of things. .100-meter hurdles followed by the 100-meter dash. We'll have 3 heats here in the 100. And we are
King
off.
is off, and
that's Mariah Wright from Belleville East. Out front, Bria King in second. As Tatiana Bills in third. But it looks like it's going to be Mariah Wright from Belleville East.
Mariah Wright from Belleville East wins the race, with Bria King coming in second for Collinsville.
that looked good. Looked like
Yeah.
a good, clean run
That's
for
a lot better than we fared on Friday. I don't even know if we had a runner on Friday in this, did we?
Right. No, we didn't.
No.
I think Bria King actually ran for us on Friday night also.
Now on to our varsity division. We will have 2 sections.
2 heats going on here for the varsity side. And we will not have a Collinsville participant in this one. You will have in lane 2 Bree Kircher, a freshman from Edwardsville. Marlita Reeves, a junior from O'Fallon. Tatiana Hall, a sophomore from Granite City. Danita Smith, a sophomore from Alton. And in lane 6, Jemiah Moore, a junior from Edwardsville.
Section of 2, that'll be Jemiah Moore from Edwardsville.
Couldn't ask for a better day weather-wise.
could not ask for one. It is excellent out here today.
We have some thunderstorms moving into the area tomorrow. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend here with sunny skies and temperatures in the middle 70s. So,
Oh my goodness, you guys will probably see some records broken in.
oh yeah, we're gonna be
That's
here.
record-breaking weather there.
We're gonna be here Saturday morning. We'll go on the air at 10 o'clock, and we'll be here until everything is concluded.
Where can we find you guys at?
Kahawksports.com. That'll take you right to the YouTube page, and as soon as I go live, it'll be there. It'll be there.
So if you're at work, you could watch it live, huh?
You can, man, right on your phone, right
Wow,
on your
that's
desktop, right
awesome.
on your computer. You can do that and just hide from the boss.
Hide.
She's the fastest 100-meter hurdle time in the state right now for 3A.
Yeah, I can believe that. I've seen her name all over the place. Coach Soap up here giving us the skinny on some of the girls that are running in the next heat. We'll keep an eye on her, LaQuisha Stepney. We've already talked about her a couple of times. Here we are in the first heat of the varsity section. Right now, it's tight between Alton.
Looks like the young lady from Alton is out front right now. Girl from Granite City's right behind her. Alton is going to pull this one off here.
Yes, they will. Alton first, and I believe that was Granite City in second, and the other Alton young lady in third. That is the first heat for the varsity side. And then the rest of the young ladies are getting ready right now. This one will feature Sierra Stahlschmidt, a sophomore from Alton.
And in our next section of the 100-meter hurdles.
Oh, we had 2 girls running in that race from Alton, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
I didn't have 2 girls listed.
Hampton from Belleville.
Okay, so that's what happened. They moved Sierra Stahlschmidt up to the first heat. So she will not be in the second heat. Sorry, so here we go. Sierra Hampton, a senior from Belleville East, will be in lane 2. Kelvy Searcy, we mentioned her name already, junior from Belleville West in lane 3. LaQuisha Stepney, the one to look for here. LaQuisha Stepney, junior from Belleville West. Roquel Stanley, a senior from East St. Louis. Alea Thomas, a sophomore from Belleville East. Veronica Sherrod, a sophomore from East St. Louis. And Simariah Longhorn, a sophomore from O'Fallon. Well, the girls did not have a good game over at the softball field. They lost to Arton Marquette 7-0.
Wow.
They've had a very good year, so just a little bit of a hiccup.
I think we're going to get this one on the phone, the iPhone also video, just for a up-close and personal look.
All right, final heat here of the girls' 100-meter hurdle. I don't know why I keep on saying girls. This is a girls' track meet. They're all girls. And Stepney in lane 4 will be the one to watch. That's right in the middle. Lane 1 is the one on the inside next to the field. After this, of course, we have the 100-meter dash. 100-meter dash. Back in my day, it was called the 40-yard dash or something like that. 40 or 60? I don't know. That's why I never learned meters. And I was going to school at that time when they were trying to shove that stuff down our throats and trying to teach it in school. We were like, what? I know inches. I know feet. I know yards. I don't know meters. Thankfully, we got away from that. All right. Girls are standing up with hands on hips. Ready for the man with the gun to tell them to get ready, which he just did. And then the set and then the gun. We're off. Yeah, the 2 Belleville West girls are fighting it out. Stepney in lane 4 is going to, looks like she barely edged out her teammate, Kelvy Searcy. That was a close race between the 2 Belleville schools. Yeah, the two girls from the same Belleville school.
That goes back to what we were talking about earlier about people being, teammates helping each other out and running up against each other. It really helps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We push each other.
Push them a lot, yeah.
All right, and that is it for the hurdles.
Collinsville, all athletes, please assist in moving all hurdles.
As they have to move all the hurdles to get ready for the 100, and they have 4 heats in the 100, 2 in the JV and 1 in the varsity. So while
I'm
we're
excited. I get to see my youngest daughter perform in this JV Open 100 for the first time in her high school career as a freshman. She's
what's her
in
first name?
Morijah West.
Morijah.
She is Kiara West's little sister.
Yeah.
So next year, I've got a feeling we'll see them handing off batons to each other in the relays.
Nice.
So
Nice.
And the first call.
Well, while we're waiting to get all the hurdles off, let's go ahead and thank Marshall's Transmission in Collinsville. And Marshall's Transmission, they know how much of a hassle it is dealing with a broken transmission. That's why the friendly and trustworthy staff at Marshall's can help with all of your transmission troubles. Marshall's Transmission handles all types of vehicles. Just bring it into Marshall's. They will thoroughly inspect the problem, and they will give you an honest quote. Marshall's Transmission, 263 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or you can call 345-1930. Man, that smell's about to make me sick.
As we move the hurdles.
Haven't been doing that well, man. I had
We will have two sections. The junior varsity
Normally,
division
I'd be like, oh, that smells
in the
so good.
100
Right now,
meters
it's just
dash.
Yeah, I did the baseball game yesterday, and right around the second inning,
In the first
I didn't
section,
feel well at all.
Kahai Stevens from Belleville West. In lane 2, Francis McCauley from Collinsville. In lane 3, Elena Whitaker.
All right,
In lane 4,
here we are
lane number 5, that's Leah
for the
Beal.
first 100-meter dash for the junior varsity side, and we will have two Collinsville participants. Kajay Stevens, a junior from Belleville West, will be in lane 2. Francis McCauley from Collinsville, a freshman, will be in lane 3. Alana Whitaker, a freshman from Belleville East, in lane 4. Leah Abel, a senior from Edwardsville, in lane 5. And Morijah West, a freshman from Collinsville, in lane 6. We are just about ready to go. And we're off. Oh, that was a late false start, wasn't it?
And it looks like you'll run this first section with lane number 3 open.
That means that Francis McCauley for Collinsville has been knocked out. False start. So that means young Mrs. West is going to be the only Collinsville participant here in this particular heat. Excuse me. Now we're off. Good tight race.
Tight one here. Looks like Elena Whitaker.
Elena Whitaker in lane 4 from Belleville East wins that race.
Division of the 100-meter dash.
And Morijah West, he was holding her own there, holding tough for a while. May have finished in second.
Junior varsity division. In lane 1.
Then we'll have the second junior varsity race going on.
Spraggins from Belleville West. In lane number 2, that's Zoe Binberford from O'Fallon.
Dajana Spraggins, a sophomore from Belleville West, will be in lane 1. Zoe Binford, a sophomore from O'Fallon, in lane 2. Skyla Moore, a sophomore from East St. Louis, in lane 3. Leia Tuggle, a sophomore from Alton, in lane 4. Brianna Graham, a freshman from East St. Louis, in lane 5. Lane 6 has Saidia Mitchell, a sophomore from Belleville East. Angel Gray is in lane 7, a junior from O'Fallon. And Kendall
In lane number 7, that's
Kuelbley,
from O'Fallon.
a freshman
In lane number 8,
for Alton, in lane 8.
from Alton.
I noticed that. I would say that you need to address that with an umpire.
All right. right, we now have girls high jump results in. But we are getting ready for the second leg of this 100 meters for the junior varsity girls, and they are off. And looks like young lady in the middle of the pack from Alton, Alea Tuggle from Alton, finishes first. That'll bring us to the varsity side of the 100 meters. Let's take a look at the high jump.
In section 102.
Katie Manns, a senior from Alton, finishes in the top spot with 5 feet 3 inches. Alexis Brown for Belleville West finishes in second at 5 foot 2 inches. And Stanley Roquel, a senior from East St. Louis, comes in at 5.1. Take a look over here quickly and see how the junior varsity side did for the girls high jump. Darcy Metzger finishes in first place for Collinsville on the JV side with a mark of 4 feet 10 inches. So congratulations to Darcy. Haley Wanglin, a freshman from Belleville West, at 4 feet 8 inches in second, and in third also with a time of, a height of 4 foot 8 is Tamia Hoskins, a sophomore from East St. Louis. So there are your finals for your high jump. And we are just about ready to go for the first race here. And on the varsity side of things, lane 1, Latoria Deal for Granite City. Lane 2, Quiera Love, a sophomore from Edwardsville. Amia Bills, a freshman from Belleville East. Jada Felton, a senior from East St. Louis, is in lane 4. Lane 5, well, we're already underway, so we'll finish that thought later.
That's Brianni Bacon on the outside for Collinsville.
Brianni Bacon for Collinsville, trying to win this one, and it looks like she will. That's close. Brianni Bacon, who came in with a 12.77, has bested the better mark of Jada Felton, who came in with a mark of 12.70. So Brianni Bacon wins this heat here for Collinsville. Of course, the last heat will take place, and then they'll put all the times up, and whoever has the best mark of all of the 15 girls that have ran will then be awarded with the top prize. And, of course, all this has to do with who gets to go to the state track and field meet. Tony Rush from Granite City will be in lane 1, a junior from Granite City, excuse me. Faith Mitchell, a junior from East St. Louis, is in lane 2. Jessica Coughlin, a sophomore from Belleville West, in lane 3. Gianna Epps, a junior from Alton, in 4. Zoe Howard is in lane 5, a freshman from O'Fallon. Rashia Johnson, a sophomore from Alton, is in lane 6. Allie Foote, a senior from O'Fallon, in lane 7. And Kiara McMillan, a junior from Belleville West, is in lane 8.
You'll see Zoe Howard. She brings in the 15th ranked 100-meter time in Class 3F. And Jessica Coughlin. So you'll see in lane 3, just outside, bringing in our 16th ranked.
All right, this is the last of the 100-meter dash. As soon as they tabulate up all the results, of course, we will pass those along to you. Just about ready to get this final race off here. After this, it'll be the 800-meter run. And they are off.
And a good start from Gianna Epps from Elton.
Nice close race here.
Looks like Granite City or Alton.
That is close. Granite City in lane 1 was there. So was the young lady in the middle of the pack at Alton.
Tough to see from the booth between Granite City and Alton. And the winner is going to be Tony Rush from Granite
Tony
City.
Rush from Granite City.
The 12:29 she'll take
12.29.
100-meter dash gold in the Southwestern Conference.
All right, we move up now to the
Now make second call.
800-meter run.
200-meter relay
We'll have the junior varsity first and the varsity then second.
for the 400-meter dash.
And we'll step aside for just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network. Well, we have a false start in the beginning of the 800 junior varsity race. Tony Rush, I believe, ends up winning the 100 meters after the second heat. First heat had Baroni Bacon winning, but I'm guessing Rush finished with just a little bit better of time to take gold.
Definitely gonna. It's gonna be an interesting one for us to see here pretty soon.
This is the 800 junior varsities running in this race. So 2 times around the track. Excuse me. And from here, we will go to the 4x200 meter relay. This is the junior varsities running this race, and then we'll have the varsity side run. All right, now Edwardsville is in the top spot here on the junior varsity side. That is Haley Allard, a senior from Edwardsville, which is really confusing to me how a senior can run on the junior varsity side.
That is a little confusing. That is a little different.
I've been seeing that. I've been seeing that all over the place. Well, no different than, you know, if you have a freshman who just blows everybody away in a race, why not put her on the varsity? Which they do.
They definitely do.
Pretty much the same thing in all sports.
Well, in basketball, can you do that also?
Oh yeah, Collinsville had a couple of freshmen playing a couple of years ago on the varsity side.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, can a senior play up on the JV?
That I'm not sure of.
That's Thought there was a cutoff on that, but
I think there might be.
Just over 200 meters left in the race. It looks like that's an Edwardsville Tiger out in first. Mobley from East St. Louis is having a push here down.
Yeah, Hallie Allard just got passed by a young lady from East St. Louis here as they go into this last turn.
A strong finish here.
Very strong finish. This is Mobley.
A strong push here from Margaret Fitzgerald from Collinsville, back and forth.
Mobley is going to cross the finish line first for East St. Louis. Lancers have just passed up the young lady from Edwardsville, so the Lancers will finish in third. Before they get to the finish line, looks like Alton and Collinsville may have actually snuck in there ahead of the Edwardsville runner. The rest of them come across the line. And then we will have the varsity side of things. Let's go ahead and thank the city of Collinsville, one of our great supporters here on KahoksSports.com. You can check out the city of Collinsville's Facebook page for information on anything that the city has planned. And right now, they already have up their movies for their Movies on Main program. That begins June the 9th, so a little bit over a month. Despicable Me 3 will be the first movie. Then they'll have the Lego Ninja movie on the 23rd of June. And they already have their schedule set for July and August as well. If you would like to see the full schedule, you can head to the City of Collinsville's Facebook page. And as always, the City of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and they wish all district athletes good luck this sports season. We get ready for the 800 meters on the varsity side. Lane 1 will feature Lori Cashdollar, a senior from Edwardsville. Sonea Griggs, a junior from East St. Louis, will be in lane 2. Saleha Wilson, a senior from Belleville East, in lane 3. Maddie Miller, a junior from Edwardsville, in lane 4. Jessica Markle, sophomore from Alton, in lane 5. Eva Schwab, a freshman from Alton, in lane 6. Maisha Vickers, a junior from East St. Louis, in lane 7. Sophia Parker, a freshman from O'Fallon, in lane 8. Jocelyn Crosby, a freshman from Belleville East, in lane 9. Alyssa Corso, a junior from O'Fallon, in 10. Haley Steen, a junior from Belleville West, in 11. Alyssa Comer, a senior from Granite City, in 12. Jennifer Areola, a sophomore from Belleville West, in lane 13. And Kayla Tyree, a senior from Collinsville, in lane 14. And they are off and running. The girls' 4x200 meter relay is next on the list.
A strong push out of the gate.
And Cashdollar is out in front for Edwardsville. She does. She wins like every race she's in.
That's Cashdollar out front. Sean Janae Griggs from East St. Louis in second. And we got a fight there.
I think Kayla is a senior for the Collinsville Kahoks that's in this race also. She is one of the 3 seniors that's running on today. This will be her last 800-meter run at the Collinsville Kahoks Arena.
Cashdollar well out in front here for Edwardsville. I do believe I worked with Kayla Tyree's mom.
All right.
At Crichton Elementary School.
Number 2, 3, and 4 spot.
Cashdollar is way out in front. Everybody else is still really bunched up as you see him coming around that first turn. And the Edwardsville young lady in second place as well, but Cashdollar has kind of left them all in the dust.
That's Lori Cashdollar from Edwardsville out front.
And again, as you see, like the Edwardsville team,
As the other Tiger
in second place, it's almost like you can tell the practice that they put in as far as challenging each other in practice.
Wilson from Belleville East and third.
Practice is like a track meet for some of them.
Sure.
Belleville East, if you look at Belleville East there, well, let's see, Belleville East. Then you have East St. Louis, and then you have another girl that looks like from.
And here down the home stretch.
Here is Cash Dollar, well on her way to winning this event.
And right behind her is Maddie Miller, the junior from Edwardsville. And we got a fight.
So Cash Dollar crosses the finish line first. Here comes her teammate. We got a battle for third coming into your picture now.
Fighting for that 3 spot.
Big battle for the number 3 spot.
And it looks like that was going to be Sean Janae Griggs. Take third, St. Louis.
As Kayla Tyree crosses the finish line, but
We'll take the 1.
she will cross right ahead of the young lady from Alton, who will cross the line now. Next up, girls 4x200-meter relays. We have 2 heats, 1 junior varsity, 1 varsity.
Looking forward to this one. We watched Collinsville last week do really well, but had a bad handoff, and I got a feeling today if they correct those handoffs like they had on this 4x1 they just ran, East St. Louis, Belleville West, and Alton better watch out.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
Bring in our fastest time, 1:49.20. You'll see them in lane
I don't
4.
have a
Down in lane 2. And Panthers. In lane number 3.
4x200 relay on my list here.
In lane number 5, that's Alton.
Huh?
Lane number 6, Lancers.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Belleville East.
All right.
And in lane 7.
Starting point. 4x200-meter relay. O'Fallon in lane 2, Belleville West in lane 3, East St. Louis in lane 4, Alton is in lane 5, Belleville East is in lane 6, Edwardsville is in lane 7.
First call, 1,600-meter run.
Let's go ahead while we have a moment to thank the Collinsville Education Association. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page. We are just a little over halfway through the track events. Field events have all wrapped up. We've already given you all those finals. Of course, if you would like to check those out, you can do so online. Just go to EnduranceRaceTiming.com and then click on the Southwestern Conference Girls Meet, and you can check out all the finals that they already have posted up there. Take a look now at the finals.
And we're off to the junior varsity 4x2.
Here we go in the junior varsity division. The 4x200.
Look at that East St. Louis girl come.
That's the Flyers.
Flyers, East St. Louis.
Have already met up the stagger.
Edwardsville's out front right now, but East St. Louis closing the ground.
It's the East St. Louis Flyers.
Oh, there's a fast girl right there. She just blows by everybody.
Look at the stride
Man.
on those girls there.
You are not kidding.
She knows how to open up her stride. That Edwardsville girl's not playing with her. She's coming back for her.
Yeah, sure is. Here is the next handoff.
East St. Louis looks like they're really Belleville West is playing. Alton's about to pass Edwardsville, it looks like here.
After the second exchange, we got
St. Louis.
O'Fallon's making a move.
Flyers in the Belleville West.
O'Fallon makes the move on the outside there.
Last handoff coming up.
Oh, my goodness.
Belleville West and East St. Louis up front right now.
Well, let's see what the horses do here.
Well, this is the anchors coming up right now.
And it's the
East St. Louis got the handoff.
first.
Belleville West is
Coming up quick. O'Fallon's in third place, trying to close some ground. Here they
East
come
St.
down
Louis
the final stretch.
Oh, it's a wrap. Oh,
That's East St. Louis out front.
out front.
Belleville West behind.
East St. Louis will finish in first. Belleville West in second.
Louis.
O'Fallon will come across in third. Alton will finish fourth. Edwardsville will finish in fifth place in this junior varsity relay as we get ready to set up for the varsity side of the 4x200 relay. Yep, Tony Rush ended up finishing in first place in the 100 at 12.29. Well, I tell you what, Brianni Bacon got knocked all the way down to ninth with a 13.1. So the top spots in the 100 were Tony Rush from Granite City at 12.29. Gianna Epps, a junior from Alton, at 12.38. And Zoe Howard, a freshman from O'Fallon, at 12.59.
Some good times today we've heard.
Yes.
In lane number 5, East St. Louis.
All right, here we go with
Lane number 6.
the final 4x200 relay. Granite City in lane 1. Belleville East in lane 2. O'Fallon is in lane 3. Belleville West in lane 4. East St. Louis in lane 5. Alton in lane 6. Collinsville is in lane 7. And Edwardsville is in lane 8. All 8 schools represented here in this race.
A division of the 4x200 meter relay.
And Collinsville starting up in the upper corner there as they are in lane
Yeah,
7.
7 lane, man.
Yep.
They've had that lane for the whole season. It looks like they can't get away from that 7th lane, but they make it work for them.
Just about ready to go here. Man with the starter's gun is all the way over at the other end of the end zone. Oh, false start.
False start. What team was that?
We will have to await.
We'll wait to see after we heard the second gun.
And we'll see who gets taken off of this field. Looks like it's going to be Granite City. No, they're not going to take them off, are they?
No, they must have didn't hear the
Just
gun.
a little bit of a warning. Okay, we'll try it again.
This is the first race we've seen a relay team from each school represented, it looks like also.
Yes. All right, going to give this another try here. Now we're off.
And here we go in the varsity division of the 4x200 meter relay.
First handoff on turn number 3.
Into the first exchange.
Collinsville coming around turn number 4 here and trying to get up in front.
Run through, Kiki!
That's East St. Louis and Belleville West.
Next exchange coming up.
And that's East St. Louis and Belleville West.
East St. Louis, Belleville West right now in first and second. Collinsville coming up, trying to take over third place from Alton around that turn.
It's a battle.
And it is a battle up front for East St. Louis and Belleville West. Collinsville holding down the third spot right now as they come through the final exchange. It's going to be East St. Louis and Belleville West
East St. Louis, Belleville West.
in front as they come around the final turn here. This one's going to be close all the way to the very end. It is a battle all the way to the finish line, and it looks like Belleville West is going to win that one. O'Fallon and East coming in third and fourth, and Collinsville coming in fifth in the 4x200 relay on the varsity side. That was fun. Girls 400 meters coming up next. We'll have 4 heats in that, 2 in the JV side and 2 on the varsity side. Yeah, they had the time
The Maroons from Belleville West.
on the
We'll take the 4x200.
other side of the track last Friday when we were here. Now they have it on the opposite side, so we can't see it from our broadcast position, so we have to kind of wait for all the results to be posted.
And we will move to the 400.
400 meter. Junior varsity will run first. This is one
We'll also make
complete lap around the track.
final call to the 300 meter low hurdles. Second call, the 1600 meter run. First call, 200 meter dash.
So while we are waiting for that one to get set up,
And our junior varsity.
let's thank All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees is your place for custom apparel for your school, your business, your sports team, and more. All Pro Tees offers a variety of services and options, and they'll walk you through that process step by step. They pride themselves in being a local Collinsville business, and they specialize in helping their clients promote and grow that business, all with custom apparel. All Pro Tees right across the street from Kahoks Stadium. Online, allprotees.com, or you can call 344-2200.
Section 1.
400 meter run, then we have the 300 meter low hurdles, followed by the 1600 meter run, the 200 meter dash, and then we have the 4x400 meter relay to end out the day's festivities here at this girls' Southwestern Conference meet. As they get ready to go in the starting gates here, they are off. One time around. Kania Stepney, a freshman from East St. Louis. Morjaya West from Collinsville. Claire Sykes from Granite City. And Molly Smith
Lane 5.
from Collinsville. No, I don't see another Collinsville runner out there. I guess they scratched that last one.
Stephanie from Collinsville and East St. Louis. Battle on the inside.
Coming around the final turn.
Down to the
And
final
it
turn.
is a little close. East St. Louis has taken the lead from the young lady from Granite City. Now, the young lady from Granite City, Claire Sykes, has kind of found that third gear there and pushes it a little bit farther just as she was about to be taken over. And coming up quickly is Morijah West, and she will end up taking second place as Claire Sykes comes in first for Granite City. Morijah West in second place, and Kania Stepney finishes in third place there for East St. Louis. Not a bad run there by your daughter, sir.
Yeah, she's, for her first year running the 400, we're trying to see if she's going to be a 400, 800 runner, if she's going to go in and try to do some more sprints, but she's performed well today in that open 1 and the
Section 2.
open 4 there.
Lane number 1.
Section 2 of the JV Girls 400 has Tiana Holloway in lane number 1, a freshman from Alton. Taylor Suggs, a sophomore from Belleville West in lane 2. Faith Mayfield, a freshman from O'Fallon in lane 3. Jocelyn Crosby, a freshman from Belleville East in lane 4. Jashea Bell, a freshman from East St. Louis. Danielle Landvoigt, a freshman from O'Fallon. Jelia Sanders, a sophomore from Belleville East. And Letitia Carruthers, a junior from Alton.
We have a very big family here. We got Kiki and Morijah. Morijah's cousin runs for O'Fallon Mayfield.
Okay.
That's their little cousin, so it's good to see her out here running too. She's going to be a strong runner also. Faith Mayfield from O'Fallon.
Faith is in lane 3. We are off.
At this time, if you are not an athlete, a coach, or a volunteer for the meet, you should not be in the infield. Again, the infield is for coaches, athletes, and volunteers only.
Here they come around turn number 3, and looks like East St. Louis has the lead as they head into the final turn.
Looks like O'Fallon's going to make a move here on that inside lane there.
Jaisha Bell for East St. Louis in the top spot right now.
Number 1 is East St. Louis. We got Belleville East.
That's Jaisha Bell from East St. Louis. Jocelyn Crosby behind.
East St. Louis will finish in first in this race, followed by Belleville East, and then O'Fallon. Belleville West.
We'll take section 2 of the junior varsity.
And that'll move us on to the varsity side of things, where Collinsville does not have a participant.
Varsity division. In section 1 of 2, in lane 3, Raven Eastern. Freshman.
All right, the varsity side of things features Raven Eastern, a freshman from O'Fallon in lane 3. Kiara Hollins, a junior from O'Fallon in lane 4. Alana Whitaker, a freshman from Belleville East in lane 5. And Brooke Allen, a sophomore from Edwardsville in lane 6. Again, no Collinsville participants. This is the first of the varsity. We have another varsity match coming up at the conclusion of this one. And then we will move on to the 300-meter low hurdles. More action coming up for you tomorrow. We're going to be at Althoff tomorrow evening for girls soccer. It's going to be our first look at the new football/soccer facility there at Althoff Catholic High School in Belleville. Right. 6:30 scheduled game time. 6:15 we should be on the air, somewhere around there with the pregame show. Of course, that all depends on the junior varsity game getting over at a decent time. And then we're taking Friday off to rest. And then we're right back here Saturday morning all day for the boys track and field invitational.
That ought to be a good one.
Should be.
We're up to 27 teams as of right now.
20.
I thought we had 32.
Well, they're just not. They're all waiting till the last minute to sign up.
Well, I thought I already had a list of all the teams that were going to be participating. I already sent out emails to all the coaches and all the principals, and now we have a double shot again and another false start.
The second gun fired. And we will run this first section with lane number 4 open.
They have until Friday at 10 o'clock to sign up. Yeah.
We are off the first section. And a good start.
Final girls 400 meters is underway. Right now it's a battle between Edwardsville, O'Fallon, and Belleville East.
Still Eastern out front.
But the O'Fallon young lady looks like she's about ready to take the lead.
Into the final turn. That's Raven Eastern from O'Fallon in lane 3.
Raven Eastern.
From the outside, a push from Elena Whitaker.
And here's Elena Whitaker trying to push it from the inside or the outside for Belleville East, and she will. She'll take over the lead here during the last 40 meters or so, and will cross the finish line first.
And that will be Elena Whitaker.
And it is a freshman. Elena Whitaker will take this heat for the 400-meter varsity with one last heat to go.
And that moves us to section 2. In lane number 1.
Section 2 getting ready to start. Brooke Duhart, a junior from Granite City in lane 1. Lakea Keys, a senior from East St. Louis, is in lane 2. Michaela Melvin, a junior from East St. Louis, is in lane 3. Jessica Coughlin, a sophomore from Belleville West, in lane 4. Layla Graham, a junior from Belleville West, in lane 4. Layla Graham, a junior from Belleville East, in lane 5. Lane number 6 has Kelly Manns, a junior from Alton.
In lane number 7,
Jeremiah Wallace, a freshman from Alton, in 7. And Trinity Edwards, a sophomore from Belleville West, is in lane 8. Let's go ahead and thank my friend Peyton Blaylock while we have a moment. Peyton is a real estate agent with RE/MAX Alliance, and he wants you to know that it's okay to buy and sell real estate. Mortgage rates are still at all-time lows. No one knows this better than Peyton Blaylock's with RE/MAX Alliance. You can call Peyton Blaylock today. 780-4622 is his number, or online, Peyton Blaylock at remax.net. We are not going to plan a post-game show for you. There's another false start.
False start.
Man, we've been seeing a lot of those lately. We're not going to do a post-game show as they wrap things up here. We've been giving you results as we've been going along. So when the conclusion of this thing ends with the 4x400 meter relay, we will shut things down and call it a night, as yours truly needs to rest. It's a rough day yesterday, and I'm feeling a lot better today, but
you don't want to
still
overdo
not there.
It. You don't overdo it, buddy.
No. I still, man, today I have not had, I've had some crackers, I had a slice of pizza, and up here in the booth I've had some of the cheese and peanut butter crackers, and that's about it, man. And you know what? I'm not really hungry, so I'm starting to get a little worried here.
Well, we'll definitely keep you in our prayers.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't really asking for that, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just like, I can't stand being sick. And you know what? My wife can't stand me being sick either.
Oh, yeah.
She thinks you are the biggest crybaby when you are
Hey,
sick. I
that's
think
part
every
of
guy
it.
is,
Every
right?
guy is, yes.
Yeah. All we want to do is call up our mom and have mom take care of us.
And the sophomore from Belleville West, Jessica Coughlin, off to a good start.
Belleville West and Alton in the top spots right now as two Belleville West runners are creeping up to the top spot, trying to overtake that first spot by Alton. Belleville East is hot on the heels of one of the Belleville West runners.
And here we go down to the final turn.
Final turn.
That's Coughlin,
Coughlin
the sophomore from Belleville West.
for Belleville West
My
is in the
goodness,
lead.
She is rolling.
Layla Graham from
She
Belleville
is
East
rolling for
battles
Belleville
the
West.
lead.
East St. Louis and Belleville East fighting for the number 2 spot.
Looks like we got a Southwestern Conference
It's
champion.
going to be just
Jessica Coughlin will win that race, the sophomore from Belleville West. And Coughlin coming in had the best mark out of those 8 racers at 58.5. So she holds steady and wins that race.
all available Collinsville athletes.
As we move on now to the 300-meter low hurdles. How low are they? If they're like a foot off the ground, I can do that. No, 36 inches, I can't do that.
Wasn't a hurdler. Don't know that answer to that question.
Yeah. If they were a foot, I'd be able to run in that race, but 36 inches, I would hurt myself.
Need to take a little break.
I just need my stomach to stop selling out on me because right now it's like going.
Oh, yeah.
All right, while they are setting up the hurdles, which they are doing right now, we will take an ear break here from the headsets. So back in just a moment on the Kahoks Sports Network.
And we're back. Bria King for Collinsville is running in the 300-meter hurdles right now.
St. Louis on the outside.
East St. Louis is in first place, and we got Bria King coming up with a strong second place.
Deanna Bills from East St. Louis.
I don't know. Bria King might come back here. East St. Louis is in the head right now. As we come around this final stretch here,
And a push here from Bria King.
Bria King is coming up on her.
Way down the back stretch.
On the back stretch here, what do we got here?
Yeah, she's going to take this
All the
one.
way through. Bria King pulls it up. She's pulling out. She's pulling out.
She will
And
take
she
that one.
wins in her heat.
From Collinsville.
Bria King. Bria King betters the rest of the field in this junior varsity meet. Now we move over to the varsity side. And there is the starting point.
100-meter run. Second call.
Let's go ahead and thank Cafe Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, and more. They have weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf on Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now with the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or you can call 345-CAFE, 345-2233. We are winding down here, kids. This is the last 300-meter low hurdles. Then we have the 1,600-meter run, the 200-meter dash, and then the 4x4 relays. We are underway here in the first of the two varsity groups that are going to go through here on the 300-meter hurdles. Looks like we have the two O'Fallon participants in first and second place, followed by Alton, Edwardsville, and Granite City.
Jayana Atkins from O'Fallon out front.
Gianna Atkins.
That's Daylin Beverly, the other Panther.
It'll be first and second place here, looks like, for O'Fallon in this heat,
Jemilia Patterson in third, but it's going to be
as Janiyah Atkins finishes in first place in this heat. And that'll bring us to the last of the heats in the 300-meter hurdles.
the first section of 2 300-meter hurdles. And that brings us to section 2. And lane number 1, Sierra Stahlschmidt. Lane number
Still
2,
don't have any results in from the girls' triple jump.
Yeah, we were just asking about that.
Stephanie from Belleville West.
Yeah, other than that, everything's
Lane number 4,
pretty much up to
Raquel
date here.
Stanley from East St. Louis. Lane number 5, Veronica Sherrod from East St. Louis. Lane number 6.
Again, you can check out all the results
Belleville East.
on EnduranceRaceTiming.com.
Mariah Wright from Belleville East.
They have most of the results in there except for the girls' triple jump and
Edwardsville.
the races that have yet to be run here.
How'd that 4x2 turn out?
4x2 on the varsity side. You had Belleville West winning with 1 minute 42.10 seconds.
Wow.
East St. Louis in second with 142.14, so just a
Hair.
And then O'Fallon finished in third, a couple of seconds back of East St. Louis and Belleville West. Collinsville ended up finishing in fifth place in that one with Brown, West, Marshall, and Bacon running for Collinsville. They
What was
get
it?
4 points. Time on Collinsville, 1 minute 47.19 seconds.
I think they might have. What's the state qualifying time for that?
That I don't know.
We'll find out for you and let you know here.
Here is the final 300-meter girls hurdle on the varsity side. And looks like right now Belleville East is in the lead, but that didn't last very long, as right in the middle of the track is your girl from East St. Louis, Raquel Stanley. As they come down the final turn,
From East St. Louis.
Raquel Stanley stays out front, but she's being pressured in the back by Belleville West.
Stanley from East St. Louis.
Stanley gets ready to clear the last hurdle. And she will finish in first. And then just at the last moment, Belleville East comes in and takes over that final spot from Belleville West, as the young lady from Belleville West, LaQuasia Stepney, kind of slowed down a little bit as she was approaching that final hurdle and did a little stutter step, and that allowed the young lady from Belleville East to take over that second spot.
All Collinsville athletes remove the hurdles from the track.
So, 300-meter hurdles are finished. We move on now to the 1,600-meter run. We have junior varsity up first, and then that'll be followed by the varsity.
An update on our
After
team
that,
scores.
200-meter dash and the 4x400 relays. The only two events left after this one.
Yeah. Do we got any girls for the open 200 here?
Collinsville has Bacon in heat number 1 on the varsity side.
Okay.
And Francis McCauley in the second heat on the junior varsity side.
All right, we'll see what they can do today.
1,600 meters on the junior varsity side. You will have Caitlin Singh for Edwardsville in lane 1. Kylie McElroy, the freshman from O'Fallon, in lane 2. McKenna Lang, a sophomore from Collinsville, in lane 3. Taylor Peck, a junior from O'Fallon, in lane 4. Datarja Neely, a freshman from East St. Louis, in lane 5. Kennison Adams, a senior, in lane 6 from Edwardsville. Reality Patton, a junior from Belleville East, in lane 7. Grace Kent is a freshman from Belleville West in lane 8. And lane 9 is Tashelle Glenn, a freshman from East St. Louis.
It's Belleville West with 91 points.
400-meter track. That means you go around 4 times in this 1,600-meter race. Yeah, and then you have Abby Korak and Melissa Spencer for Edwardsville that'll be racing in the varsity side on the next section, and those are the 2 girls that I believe went first and second here in Friday's competition.
And only section of the junior varsity division, the 1,600-meter run.
So 4 times around for this race. Right now, Edwardsville out front. That is Caitlin Singh. I kind of figured that she would probably be the one up front.
Through the first 200. That's Caitlin Singh from Everettville.
Singh from Edwardsville won this event on Friday in the Collinsville Girls Invitational. As she comes around to complete lap number 1. And the rest of the girls following. Right now, Collinsville's participant, McKenna Lang, is currently in 5th place, as she just passed one of the other Edwardsville runners for that spot. But up front there is Caitlin Singh through the first 400, still in the lead. Somebody's got a mad baby out there.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear it. I remember those days.
Oh, yeah. Now I've got a mad teenager.
Oh.
I think I'd rather have the mad baby. Mine's 14 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
They grow up fast.
Man, you ain't kidding. I just posted another one of those memories on Facebook, and it was 3 years ago. She had her hair cut real short. She was singing over at Holy Cross Lutheran School, and now she's a angst-ridden, mad teenage girl.
Oh, boy.
It's a lot of fun, folks. Don't let me persuade you from not having kids. They are a joy.
They are definitely.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's one of the cool things about watching your children compete in the sports that you competed in. And
yeah.
Front. That's still Caitlin
cheer them
Singh
on.
from Edwardsville.
Caitlin Singh from Edwardsville just passed in front of us, and she's got such a wide lead that the rest of the girls are just
Followed
now
by Kylie McElroy from
coming past
O'Fallon.
us. And there is Collinsville's McKenna Lang. Right now, she is holding down the 5th spot, but she is looking like she's going to maybe make some ground here and pass up the young lady from East St. Louis, and then work on the 2 O'Fallon runners in front of her.
And Lang from Collinsville.
But Caitlin Singh is off to another win here in this 1,600 meter. Unless somebody comes onto the track and tackles her. That'd be about the only way I could think she wouldn't win this thing, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Coming around the 4th turn here and catching up to the young lady from East St. Louis. To Shell Glenn. There is Caitlin Singer getting ready to lap the young lady from East St. Louis. Last lap for Caitlin Singh.
From Edwardsville.
In a league of her own.
Yeah, she is, isn't she?
And that's Kylie McElroy from O'Fallon.
And there is our Collinsville Kahawk runner,
And McKenna Lang.
McKenna Lang, in 4th place. She has a couple of O'Fallon girls in front of her. If she wants to finish in the top 3, she has about 400 meters to make that move. A couple of Kahawk young ladies down in front of us, handing off the baton, practicing that
4x4, I believe.
exchange. Yep, that would be our last race of the day. And all the way back over here is Caitlin Singer, rounding turn number 3 for the final time here in this race.
And coming down the back stretch, that's Caitlin Singh from Edwardsville.
So Caitlin Singh from Edwardsville will win herself another 1,600 meter race here at Collinsville, just as she did this past Friday.
And we'll see if this gets
It's a really nice facility to run here at Collinsville. We were hearing some of the coaches talk over by the long jump pits, talking about how wonderful the long jump pits are.
That's still
and
Kylie
everything,
McElroy
so.
here in 2nd. Taylor Peck in 3rd.
Caitlin Singh finishes in 1st.
And McKenna Lang.
Here
from
comes
Collinsville.
Kylie McElroy. She will finish in 2nd with her teammate Taylor Peck finishing in 4th place behind her. And then McKenna Lang, the lone Collinsville participant, will be finishing in 4th place here in this race. And that will almost wrap up the 1,600 meter as the rest of them come across. So now we have the 1,600 meters on the varsity side. Then we'll move to the 200-meter dash, where we will have 4 heats, 2 in the junior varsity side and 1 on the varsity side. All right. We are waiting for the final participants from the junior varsity 1,600 to cross the finish line. In the meantime, let's see if we can get you some more results here. And still waiting on the results from the girls' triple jump. I don't know why that's taken so long. All right, so looking at the varsity stuff only. We already have given you most of the field results, except for the girls' triple jump, which has not been posted yet. The girls' 4x8 relay, won by Edwardsville with a time of 9 minutes, 51.68 seconds. The 4x100 relay on the varsity side, won by Belleville West with a time of 48.16 seconds. And 100-meter hurdles on the varsity side. We told you about that a little bit a while ago. That would be LaQuaisha Stepney, who came in first, 4.96 seconds. And 100-meter won by Tony Rush from Granite City at 12.29 seconds. 800-meter varsity side won by Lori Cashdollar from Edwardsville with a time of 2 minutes and 17.2 seconds. 4x200-meter relay results. Belleville West won that one 1 minute 42.10 seconds as the young lady from East St. Louis crosses the finish line in the 1,600 meters, and that will end the junior varsity side of things. Bring her on.
We will move to the varsity division.
Strap a headphone on her. Make her feel like she's in the electric chair. 'Cause that's the way all these teenagers feel when they have a headset strapped to them and they have to talk. Go ahead, put it on. All right, I'm not that bad, man. I won't bite. At least not from this far, anyway. Okay, so first of all, tell me who you are.
My name is Ashley
Ashley, what?
Brown.
Ashley Brown. Ashley Brown, you are a senior for Collinsville, correct? Mm-hmm. All right, so have you been in this track and field competition since you were a freshman, or did you get started a little late?
Yes, I was a freshman, but because Key knew me as a middle schooler too, he also kind of coached me then. But really, yeah, I've been here 4 years.
Okay, so tell me, what is your favorite memory from all 4 years at track and field here at Collinsville?
State last year.
State last year? Why
Hands
why
down.
does that stick out in your mind?
Because because Collinsville hasn't been to state, especially in girls track, in like years. So the fact that we actually made it far enough to where we could actually do that, like we created so many memories. Like, and it was just like our first time doing it, and it was a good experience for us and our coach as well. So we just had like in general a whole lot of fun on the way there and back, and while we were there too.
Yeah, most of the fun is on the trips there and back, right? Yeah, I mean, you know, running, do you find it fun to compete in these things?
I do. I've always found running fun. It's always been like a passion of mine. It's also been a stress reliever as well. So it really makes it easy for me, and I just like to hunt people down in general. It makes it fun.
That's okay. Made me scared of you just a little bit. I don't want to be one of those ones you're hunting down, but then again, I'm not going to be out there running anytime soon. All right, so from here, you're going to obviously graduate here in the next couple of months. What's the plans? Where are you going? What you doing?
School-wise, I have not really decided where I want to go yet, but I do know that I want to go to school to major in psychology and hopefully maybe even further my track career.
Yeah, I was going to say that was my next question. Are you going to, because if you don't get offered a scholarship to go attend a school just for track and field, then you can be a walk-on and you can go that route. So really, I guess it all depends on where you end up going too, right? Yeah, because I don't,
Because I know some places do like walk-ons, but I know that they have to you have to reach like a certain time limit.
Right.
So where you can do it, but my plans is that if I can further my track career, I will. But as far as like what I really want to do is just major in psychology. Okay.
And what events do you compete in?
4x1, 4x2, 100, 200.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
I would say probably the 100.
100 because that's the fast one. That's the one where everybody gets the title of the fastest girl in Collinsville, fastest girl in the Metro East area. So that's cool. I know you're being called away, so thanks for the visit. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, no problem. All right, so let me get you caught up here. Where are we? We are over here, and as usual, the girls wearing the orange and the black are up front. That would be probably Abby Korak and Melissa Spencer that are up front as far as this varsity leg goes of the 1,600 meters. But I'll be able to tell you for sure once they come around in front of the window as I get the numbers off of their uniforms. Melissa Spencer may be the one in front. We'll see here in just a moment. And that actually is, yes, that is Abby Korak. And right behind her is Melissa Spencer. I believe those two finished 1-2 on Friday here at the Girls Invitational. And that's Abby Korak out front with So Abby Korick in front with, I think, 2 more laps left to go. I was in the middle of interviewing and didn't get to see the start of the race. Excuse me. There is Abby Korak. Still out front. Melissa Spencer in second. And Korak just 1 lap away from winning another 1,600. Abby Korak coming around the 3rd turn for the final time here in this race. So you're at a track and field meet, and why not play a little solitaire while you're at a track and field meet? How about that? There you go, right there.
And coming down the final 100 meters, that's
Abby Korak coming down the final straightaway here as we end the varsity portion of the 1,600. And Korak will follow. Will cross the finish line, and then it'll be Melissa Spencer who will be there after her. All right, I got another Collinsville senior joining us. And your name?
My name is Bria Marshall.
Bria Marshall, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not doing too bad. So what is the big plans for Bria Marshall after graduation?
Right now, I just enlisted in the National Guard, so I'll spend about a year doing that and then go to college after at EIU.
Oh, yeah? So plans on the college yet, or you still got a year to make up your mind?
Yeah, I have a year to make up, but I've already been accepted to EIU. So.
Okay. All right. And what are you going to do there? Don't know yet.
Studying early childhood education.
Oh, so do you want to be a teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why don't you come and hang out with me at Crichton Elementary School for a couple of weeks, and we'll change your mind on that. I'm just kidding. Love my kids I work with at the elementary school. Let me tell us a little bit about your track career. Have you been a 4-year starter here for Collinsville?
Yes, I've been running track since the 7th grade. So, yeah, I've been getting pretty good.
So you're all started over at the middle school?
Yeah.
Yeah, and transferred over here to Coach Key and the big kids over here at the high school. What events do you compete in?
I do the 4x1, 4x2, occasional 100 and 200.
And what's your favorite?
I like the 200 and 4x2.
Young lady that was just up here earlier said she likes the 100.
Not me.
Yeah, no. Like the little bit of a longer race, give yourself a better chance to catch up.
Yeah.
Because that's, that would be me too. If you want a fast race, I'm not your guy. You want slow and steady wins the race?
Yeah.
That's more along the lines of me. All right, so are you interested in continuing your track and field? It's your I know they don't do that in the National Guard, but you're going to get a workout there anyway.
Yeah.
But are you interested in keeping up your track and field when you go to EIU?
I am interested in it. I'm thinking about it.
So obviously not scholarship, so you'd have to be a walk-on, I guess?
Right.
Yeah. Probably a lot harder than it sounds, isn't it?
Yeah,
to be
it's
a walk-on?
lot harder.
Yeah. This is the young lady I just got through talking
Yeah.
to. I thought she was being called away. She had to go. She had to go now. All right. So what's the best memory you have of all your 4 years here at the track and field department in Collinsville High School?
Oh, gosh. I would say last year when we made it to state, it was the first time in Collinsville history for a good minute that a relay made it to state. So
we're 2 for 2 in that category because that was the answer that the other young lady gave me too. Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate the time spending
You're
with me,
welcome.
and good luck to you in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you. Another one of our fine Collinsville Kahoks senior athletes up here in the booth to talk to us as we get ready now for the girls' 200-meter dash. And the starting line for that is right over there. And the junior varsity one is underway right now. We have Kajay Stevens from Belleville West as a junior, Leah Abel, a senior from Edwardsville, and Alandra Parham, a freshman from O'Fallon, as they come around the back stretch here. And we'll finish up at the normal spot. O'Fallon young lady is really digging. It's going to be a close race all the way around with just 3 young ladies, but it looks like Param from O'Fallon has taken that first heat. Collinsville will have a competitor in this next heat for the junior varsities. In lane 1, it'll be Angel Gray, a junior from O'Fallon. Mia Bills, a freshman from Belleville East. That is Jonah Spraggins, a sophomore from Belleville West. Tamia Hoskins, a sophomore from East St. Louis. Alea Tuggle, a sophomore from Alton. Zariah Mason, a sophomore from East St. Louis in lane 6. Kendall Cuelli, a freshman from Alton in lane 7. And Collinsville's lone participant in this race is Francis McCauley, a freshman who will start in lane 8, right over there. Second to the last race, we have the second heat of the junior varsity side of things. Then we'll have 2 in the varsity. And then the final race of the night will be the 4x400 relay. We'll have 2 races, 1 JV and 1 varsity. So we have 8 runners here in this second heat of the junior varsity, 200 meters. And they are off.
We're off. Section 2.
Coming around this final turn. Belleville West has the early lead here. Being challenged by Belleville East. The 2 Belleville schools are neck and neck as we head down the final 40 meters here.
Here comes a push from outside from Alton.
And it is going to be Belleville East, followed by Alton, and I believe Belleville West as the first 2 are the second and third place finishers. We're a little bit closer to see here from just my vantage point up in the booth.
And that brings us.
But it does look like that
Varsity division of the 200 meter
Spraggins pulled off the win there. Now we'll transition over to the varsity side.
Brianna Sneed from Granite City.
In lane 1, it'll be Brianna Sneed, a freshman from Granite City. Another Brianna Williams, will be in lane 2, a sophomore from O'Fallon. Saidia Mitchell, a sophomore from Belleville East, is in lane 3. Tiana Davis, a senior from Belleville West, in lane 4. Brianni Bacon, the Collinsville participant in this girls 200 meter, will be in lane 5. She is a junior. Rashia Johnson, a sophomore from Alton, will be in lane 6, and Alexis Boykin, a junior from Edwardsville, will be in lane 7. So this is the last participant for Collinsville here in this girls 200 meters. Collinsville will only have a participant in the 4x400 relay on the junior varsity side, not on the varsity side. We'll see if Bacon can't pull off a win here. She did pretty well in that 100 in the first leg, but the girls in the second leg took most of the top spots in that one. Right now, Bacon is in third place as she heads around the final turn here, coming up the straightaway. Right now, Alton in the lead. Alton still in the lead, coming to the finish line. Belleville West trying to push it there at the very end, and it looks like Belleville West might have came out on top of that one. And it looks like Bacon may have finished in third. As we get set for now the final girls 200-meter race.
And that brings us to section 2.
You what?
No, I was just saying we got one more senior for Collinsville to get up here. It's glad to see these seniors step up and come up and say some things on the.
They've all been very nice. They're all a little giddy and giggling.
Oh, yeah. They're still
always
in
like,
high school.
I'm afraid. I don't know what to say. And then I ask them a question, and they won't stop talking. Teenage girls, man, that talking is like priority number one for them.
Right.
That's Jessica Coughlin.
All right, Quiera Love will start off in lane 1, a sophomore from Edwardsville. Zoe Howard in lane 2, a freshman from O'Fallon. Sonny Collins, a junior from Belleville East, will be in lane 3. Tony Rush, who won the 100, will be in lane 4. She's a junior from Granite City. Jessica Coughlin, a sophomore from Belleville West, in lane 5. Gianna Epps, who I believe finished in second place in the 100 for Alton, is in lane 6. Jada Felton in lane 7, a senior from East St. Louis and a freshman from East St. Louis. Markia Lampley will round out the starting 8 here in this final girls 200 meters from Kahawk Stadium. And this is the last race before we finish with the 4x400 relays.
Should be a good one.
Girls are getting set.
Now this is some good weather right here.
Mm-hmm.
This race right here has probably got the best weather of the day. It's
Yeah.
right there at that.
Sun is already ducked down, and the breeze that we've had all
Breeze
day
is
is now nice and
perfect.
cool. It's a good night to play some washers, too. My washer league starts tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
And we're off.
Here we go.
Looks like we got Rush. Tony Rush has hopped out of here. She is
This
rolling
one's going to
too.
be a tight race down to the very end here, I think.
Oh, the girl from Belleville.
Wow. Belleville West coming
Belleville.
up on her.
Oh, Belleville West.
Belleville West
Wow.
is going to come out on top of that one.
Oh my
That
goodness.
was Jessica Coughlin, a sophomore who ends up beating out Tony Rush, the junior from Granite City.
Oh wow, where did she come from?
I don't know.
Have we seen her at all season?
I don't know.
Looks like Belleville West is hiding some people from us.
Break them out at the very end. What do they call those, ringers?
Great finish.
Ringers.
Great finish. Outstanding.
Yeah, Jessica Coughlin finished in 4th in the 100 meter, but she passes up Tony Rush and Gianna Epps and Zoe Howard to win the 200 here.
Where has she been all season?
I don't know. She finished 4/10 of a second behind Rush in that 100, but
The conclusion.
that last one was pretty impressive there.
Crazy. I don't think anyone was expecting it to go down like that, but
No.
Belleville West showed up and showed out on that one.
Race of the night.
All right, last races of the night. The girls 4x400 relay. Collinsville will be in lane 1. This is the junior varsity side of things. Alton in lane 2. Belleville East in lane 3. East St. Louis in lane 4. Belleville West in lane 5. O'Fallon is in lane 6. And lane 7 has Edwardsville.
In lane 4. Belleville West in lane 5. O'Fallon in 6. And the Tigers from Edwardsville will be in lane 7.
Stay in your lane through the first turn, I heard him say. A lot of folks packing up and leaving. Again, we'll remind you, tomorrow we are at Althoff High School for some girls soccer. Girls lost last night to Triad 1-0. Triad, the defending Class 2A state champions. So you lose 1-0 to a state champ, that's not too bad. Although I know Coach Smith is going to say a loss is not good at all. Who do I have coming up here? Kayla? Yeah, Kayla Tyree. We're all out of breath. And the junior varsity relay is underway. You go right ahead, dear. You catch your breath. We'll follow the action here. And on the back stretch, it looks like, getting kind of dark, you can't see. Well, we have it bunched up now. East St. Louis may be out front. We'll get a better idea when they round this fourth turn here.
And it is
East St. Louis is out front. Belleville West coming in at second right now, with O'Fallon bringing up third as they make the exchange up here at the finish line. East St. Louis will hand off first. As we are joined up in the booth by yet another Collinsville Kahawk senior, Kayla Tyree. Does your mom work at Kreitner Elementary School?
Yes, she does. She's an educational assistant
I
there.
work there too. That's why I know. Yes. Yes, and for a while there, my daughter was dating your brother's friend named Zane. So I got
I know exactly who you are now.
I got to meet Zane, and I got to meet your brother, and I got to meet Logan. Was it Logan? No, something like that. I don't know.
Well,
so you
yeah,
met my daughter
exactly
Addison then, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait.
Addison.
Yes, I
yes.
have.
Okay. All right. That was a couple of boyfriends ago. I don't know. Girls go through boyfriends more than anything I know. All right. So tell me a little bit about you and your 4-year stay here at Collinsville High School.
Okay. Well, my name's Kayla, and I'm a 4-year track and field runner and a 3-year cross-country runner. And next year, I will be continuing my track career at McHenry.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to pay for your education to do that?
Yes, I got an athletic scholarship.
Nice. Always nice when you can get school paid for, isn't it?
Definitely.
I'm sure Mom and Dad love that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what are you going to be majoring in at McHenry?
I'll be majoring in criminal justice and possibly minoring in forensics.
Criminal justice and forensics. So you're going to be in the crime field, I guess.
Yes.
What is it that you want to do when you grow up? Pardon the question, but.
I thought about a couple different career choices. I might want to go into maybe forensic psychology, or maybe go further on into law school. I'm not sure exactly what career field, but the criminal justice field interests me a lot.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of cool. I like, shows like CSI and all those.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
really
I love
interests
those
me.
shows.
I feel like I'll love doing it for the rest of my life.
I have always told folks if I was not this old in my life, I would probably go back to school to do something like that, because that stuff is really fascinating. All right, so tell me a little bit about your career as a track athlete here at Collinsville High School. What's your favorite memory?
Yeah, let's see. My favorite memory would be my sectional track meet, where we traveled all the way to Rock Island, and it rained the entire meet, which doesn't sound like it'd be a good memory, but I got to spend the whole day with my team and cheer them on, and it was my first sectional meet too.
That's
we were
nice.
all underclassmen, so it was cool to go there and experience that.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. A lot of the girls have been saying around the same things, and a lot of the fun happens on the trips up there and the trips back, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, all right, so coming out of Collinsville, away from the track field competition thing, what's your favorite memory just by being a Collinsville student?
Let's see. Probably my prom. I got to meet a lot of different people while at prom and before, and it's always a fun night. So I'd have to say that.
All
we
right,
really
dear.
get to unite as a class, especially my senior year. We all got to hang out one last time together, and that was really cool.
Being a senior is a lot better than being a freshman, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, dear, for the visit. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I
Thank you,
appreciate
and good
it,
luck
too.
at McKendree.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is Kyla Tyree, one of the other Collinsville senior participants here in the track and field competitions here at the Southwestern Conference Final. And it looks like East St. Louis is going to win the junior varsity division here of the 4x400 relay. And we have a little bit of a battle going on here for second and third, as it's between the Belleville schools. Belleville East will finish in second. Belleville West will finish in third. That'll be followed by a fourth-place finish here by Alton. And then O'Fallon behind them.
It'll be the East St. Louis Flyrettes,
And Edwardsville will
who take
finish
the
next.
varsity
And Collinsville will bring up the rear here in this girls 4 by 400 relay. And that leaves just one more race to go on the varsity side of things. Collinsville does not have a runner here in this girls 4x400 varsity section. It'll be Alton in lane 1, O'Fallon in lane 2, Belleville West in lane 3, East St. Louis in lane 4, Edwardsville will be in lane 5, Belleville East in lane 6, and Granite City in lane 7.
The last race of the night.
Last one.
You'll see Alton.
We'll be up here for about 4 hours, just like we were last time.
O'Fallon in 2.
One final race to go, and thanks to my man Jerome West here for bringing me up some seniors to talk to. Always nice to talk to the student athletes instead of just talking about them.
Right, definitely. Well, we're definitely proud of this senior class. The Collinsville Kahoks have had a pretty strong track program here coming up lately here. They've been to state the last few years, and Coach Keys has done an outstanding job as their track coach. I commend him for what he's done with these girls and what they're doing in their lives. He's got a few girls that have went off and went to college. He's got a few more going this year. He's got some underclassmen that actually look like that they're going to get good scholarships on next season possibly. So commend him for the outstanding job that he's done. Also to his assistant, Coach Blair. Those guys have done outstanding jobs, and hopefully we can continue this going into next week as we go to Danville for the sectional track meet.
Sounds like a lot of fun. And, not that it's a prerequisite to be a head coach, but Coach Key seems like he's a really nice guy.
Definitely a nice guy. He actually, I believe, is a guidance counselor at the school here. So he does a lot with the children. So
please move behind yellow line.
That would be you girls over there.
You need to move behind the yellow line. Officials need to see that end of the track. Behind the yellow line if you were on the infield.
Edwardsville ladies are the last to get that memo.
Please make sure you stay
All right.
inside.
We are ready to go for the final race of the day. Again, here are your lane selections. Alton lane 1, O'Fallon lane 2, Belleville West in 3, East St. Louis in 4, Edwardsville's in 5, Belleville East is in 6, and Granite City is in lane 7. Wind's picking it back up again here, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Usually when the sun goes down, the winds kind of go with it. Last race of the day. Trying to get the girls set.
This will be our first time seeing East St. Louis's 4x4 this season against these other teams. I'm pretty excited. Last week we seen Edwardsville pull off the victory, I believe, at the end.
Yep, sure did.
The final race of the day. We're going to have a good one.
Final race of the day.
East St. Louis, Edwardsville, Belleville East. All within just
There
seconds
comes the
of
girls
each
down
other.
the back straightaway.
On times turned in. And man, East St. Louis looks strong through the first 200.
As they come around turn number 3 into turn number 4. And the Flyers are in front here around this first turn.
That's Edwardsville.
These girls are rolling. They are truly rolling.
Through the first
Edwardsville and East St. Louis.
East St. Louis, Edwardsville.
Just going in for the first handoff. First exchange, if you will.
And it's East.
Oh, that was a light. I thought there was lightning. I'm like, what is that flash?
East St. Louis first to the handoff.
Boy, and that girl, the second East St. Louis girl, she is flying.
Strong first 100 meters.
Man, she is just flying right now. That girl for Edwardsville was on the other one's heels for a minute, but since that second
They're here to prove a point.
handoff, yeah.
St. Louis out front with 200 meters left in the second leg. Then it's Edwardsville, Belleville East, and O'Fallon.
All right, now East St. Louis in a commanding lead here
Here comes
as
East
they
St.
head
Louis
around
with
turn number
100.
4 as we get ready for
Meters left.
exchange number 3.
A strong push from Belleville East. With
And
100
Belleville
left.
East trying to take over second place there from Edwardsville. And they do. While meanwhile, your young lady up front here for East St. Louis has put some distance between her and second place, but that can change here real
St.
quick.
Louis first to the handoff. That's Belleville East.
Belleville East, Edwardsville, and followed by O'Fallon. And then the Maroons,
Oh, this is good. This is good.
Alton, and then Granite City. Now let's go back over here to find our East St. Louis girl, and she has widened that gap.
We have a
Golly.
race back here for a second. Belleville East.
That is how you run a 400.
Man, you ain't kidding. She is like just wiping away the rest of the field here.
I love it.
There's a battle going on over there for second, third, and fourth place between Belleville East, Edwardsville, and O'Fallon. That's going to be the battle to watch right there because right now coming around turn 4, East St. Louis is well out in front.
God.
Here comes your three-way battle for second, third, and fourth. Coming around that final turn, and here comes the final handoff. Final exchange down here.
And now here's the Maroons from Belleville
Man,
West.
the girl from East St. Louis already has the baton and is off and running well before the rest of the field gets there.
East St. Louis leaving no doubt.
Uh-oh.
Belleville East, second to the handoff. There's Edwardsville. Belleville West, O'Fallon.
All right, here is your leader from East St. Louis. And then we pan back over here, and the gap has gotten a little wider as
Oh, my
Belleville
God.
East is in second place. Edwardsville is in third, and O'Fallon is in fourth.
I got
this
to
is-
believe that these girls are running some state times, qualifying times when they're running like this. This is
And with
ridiculous.
100 meters left.
This is the last
East St. Louis.
straightaway.
They are going to run this race under 4 minutes, it looks like, sir.
Here comes the
Could be.
Lancers from Belleville East.
They are going to run
Second
this.
place, Edwardsville.
East St. Louis
Belleville West trying to make a push.
will
Oh,
win this
my
race.
goodness.
We'll have to get a time. Here comes Belleville East in second place. Edwardsville in third place. Belleville West may be finishing in fourth place, but at the last minute, the girl from O'Fallon trying to make a push, and she will cross the finish line right before Belleville West does, followed by Alton and then Granite City.
Oh, my goodness. That
will
was
bring
one
up
heck
the
of a
rear.
race there.
And it's the Flyerette. We take both the
Outstanding
junior
job.
varsity and the varsity divisions of the 4x4 100-meter relay.
East St. Louis just put on a clinic. It looks like they did a clinic there with that one. I got a feeling that's right there.
Yeah.
I guarantee you they ran that.
Yeah.
That's it's not today, but they ran under 4 minutes.
All right, our night here has come to a close, kids. We do thank you very much for your participation in watching this here Southwestern Conference girls track meet. Mr. Jerome West, your final thoughts, sir?
Man, this was outstanding. That 4x4 I just seen and I just witnessed, that's a clinic right there. I mean, we teach our girls to go out and give it all you got. That last race of the night, and those girls from East St. Louis did an outstanding job. All the girls today did an outstanding job. One thing that I did see that I really liked was in that open 200, that young lady from Belleville West. That came out of nowhere. We haven't seen her all season, haven't heard her name, and then all of a sudden she beats the senior from Granite City. That's outstanding. Outstanding job today. We've seen a lot of good stuff this season.
Yeah, we have.
So
it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate you taking the time out and spending it with me, sir. We'll probably do it again next year, eh?
Yes, sir. We'll be back here, the Lord said say.
All right, man. That's Jerome West. We thank him for his participation here, and that's going to do it for us here from this Southwestern Conference Championship track meet on the girls' side. As I mentioned, we're at Altoff tomorrow for some girls' soccer at 6:30, and then we're right back here in this very location, 10 o'clock Saturday morning for the boys' Kahawk Invitational. My name is Todd Duke. A big thanks to all the girls who came up in the booth to talk, and a big thanks to Coach Key and everybody involved here. And until tomorrow, everybody have a fantastic evening.